Sounds like a jamboree. Like
All right, welcome back to GoodFlickas and Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
New Year, yeah. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back to GoodFlickas, home of the GoodFlickas. Can you take our critiques? Let's find out. We are opening up the new year with an animated movie. It's going to be exciting. The Super Mario Brothers movie. Yeah, what a fun one to start off with, right? Like, everybody excited? Yes? No? Yay? Wow. Yes, New Year's jitters, everybody. I get it. We're nervous. We're getting back into the swing of things. It's been a busy holiday, but I think we all got some good rest. I think we're still feeling the kind of winter hibernation mode and not wanting to do things still. At least I am. I would love taking a nap. That'd be great.
I feel like we become like shy kids. Like, yeah, we're so happy and energetic, and as soon as the camera turns on, we're like.
And that is what I'm here for, to bring you out of your shells. Come on, shy kids, have fun. Or I guess I should say shy guy, right? Right?
Hey, that's my name.
Hey, there we go. All right. I am, of course, Matt, and I am joined tonight with Brian.
When was Peach ever that independent? I've spent hours trying to save her ass.
You gotta watch the extended universe, man. Like you gotta move past the classic NES stuff. But
I feel like if Mario was gonna do stand up, like that would be his opening line. Like it's just like that's a perfect like cold open.
It'd be like Seinfeld style.
Yeah.
Excellent. Joining us as well is Jen, which I do see a big mug back there. I think I always make a note of your big mug when you bring it out for the holidays, and of course it says Noel. Are you actually drinking anything with it tonight, or is it just decoration you haven't taken down?
No, it's hot water. This is a year-round cup. It's not a seasonal cup.
Fair enough. And munching in what looks to be some chicken tendies and fries. I don't know what he's eating. Nick, the bearded badass himself, rocking a pretty dope tank top, if I do say so myself. Look at this macho.
Oh, yeah, work it.
Ooh.
Look at the amount of room he has for those chicken tendies.
Yes. I want to see you make Mario hop. So you got to jump and then just add in the sound effect.
Yoo-hoo!
Let's go.
Let's go. No, Matt, I am eating chicken tendies or chicken fingies, sorry, with some sweet potato waffle fries.
Okay.
Best
And ranch on the side. Also, I'm pretty fly for a shy guy, just to let you know.
Yes, let's show off the names real fast if we can bring them up. Here we go. Nothing from Jen and I because we are classic, and that's all that matters. Pretty fly for a shy guy, nice, and blue shell, devastating. Brian, my man, that was what a moment. I can't wait to get into it. But horde, yeah, not time for this. But all right. So
I just love Nick's dinner is like the perfect ensemble for the movie. I gotta say, like all he's missing is from my childhood. All you're missing is a yoo-hoo right on that table, and dude, money.
Oh man.
I was never about the yoo-hoos. I was about the chocolate crystal brand chocolate milk. That's what I drink.
I'm chocolate milk anything, but you want to throw some yoo-hoo chocolate drink into the mix. I'm cool with that.
I was yoo-hoo or for sure the Nesquik powder.
Nesquik, yes, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Chocolate milk for days, man. Love
Freaking
chocolate
my
milk.
recipe had to have been 10 scoops and maybe add milk.
Just add milk to the container.
Did you
I
guys
guess that's why you have so much protein powder. You just do 10 scoops of Nesquik, and then you just, as you get older, 10 scoops of protein powder. You're like, it's always 10 scoops of some powder.
Just powders in my life.
childhood to nice. But Nick, this was your pick, right?
That's correct.
So how appropriate that he is the most blinged out for his own pick.
Yeah.
The young buck coming in with the video game movie. Yeah, tell us why you picked it before you start digging in on some more chicken fingies.
Well, first off, I do want to just say I'm really disappointed because I have a Luigi costume, but it's not here. It's in my storage, and I thought I had it here with my other costumes, but they've been divided up. So a little disappointed, but at least I had some bling to bring out. But yeah, no, I picked this movie just because I was scrolling through Netflix, and it was literally like the first movie that popped up. Like Netflix has that like top 10 trending, and it was number one. And as soon as I saw that, I had no idea that it was on Netflix, and I was like, oh, we're doing it. Like that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
You bait.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he got
I watched it in
baited.
theaters.
Yeah.
I watched it in theaters, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. So pretty simple.
Nice. All right. Well, anybody want to volunteer to go first for initial thoughts and score?
I'll go first.
Okay. Well, next, so Brian has to go last.
Okay. So, Super Mario Bros. I know the game. I did not know the movie. So I'd never seen it. I didn't even know it was a thing, to be honest. So it was really fun. I enjoyed this movie so much, and I laughed out loud a couple times, especially the one scene, which I'll save it. But I really enjoyed it. It was very lighthearted, fun little adventure. It had an okay storyline. I mean, I don't expect the storyline to be all that great if it is kind of based off of the video game, kind of not. But overall, it was very fun and enjoyable, and I'm excited to talk about it. I'm gonna have to give it a 4.8.
Okay. Nice. This is going to be interesting because I feel like we've done a couple because what I brought up, I think I'd Tron a while back. So like we've done some video game stuff, but well, Brian, now you're getting back into gaming, so it'll be interesting. So, but I don't think any of us are like super strong gamers. So I hope people have some Nintendo knowledge because this was a movie that I've seen this one before. I didn't get to catch it in theaters, but I saw it when it was on Peacock. But I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. The animation is fantastic. I mean, the detail, it's incredible. Jen, I'm with you. Like the story is pretty basic, but I really like the amount of detail that they put into everything. There's so many callbacks. There's so many references that it's so many it couldn't count. And it was one where like I knew a lot of them mostly because I have friends like from work and everything that are huge nerds, know all this stuff, and like we're catching all of the things. Plus, we do the research and we find some of these things. But I don't have the list. So many, and I loved every minute of it because this was a time where they made a video game movie that probably catered to pretty much everybody in the best way. This is hopefully going to like lead to better movies or probably expand to a bigger universe or something. It seems like that's what they're teasing, but I'm all for it. This was fun. I really enjoyed it. You got to keep the animation up though. Those textures and everything are just, insane. But yeah, I laughed a lot. This is probably one I will watch again and again, but not like, I got to see this now. I got to see this now. It's fun. I enjoy it. If it's around, I'll put it on. I had a little bit of trouble Scoring this one, I tell you this, I knew it was a solid 4, but didn't know how far up to go from there. I left it at a 4.3. It's pretty good, but not great. The stuff I love about it, not enough to really propel. But ultimately, I'm really looking forward to talking about this with you guys, and I hope people have more knowledge because I think this movie has a ton of Easter eggs that are just fun when you know them.
All right. So the Super Mario Bros. All right. I've been kind of wondering where I was even going to start with all this. Super Mario Brothers have been in my life for as far back as I can remember. I mean, this was the first NES game I've ever played. It was it's been there, and I keep hearing, through the internet and talks and discussions with people and everything about, oh well, the storyline wasn't great, and my question is, did anyone fire up any of the Super Mario games for the story? No, we did not fire them up for the story. We fired them up for the adventure and the puzzles that you had to solve and the characters that you were introduced to in this whole different world. And of course, trying to save Peach from whatever the hell she got herself into, even though the game before I just got her out of it. So, apparently she never learned. And yet I was still stupid enough to keep doing it anyway. And that's just how it is. Like, it wasn't really ever about a story. And I think I liked what they did with this movie. I like the fact that they didn't really go into it as like a story, but it was more of we're going to try to combine as many Super Mario Brothers references as we possibly can from all different variations of games, from NES, Super Nintendo, GameCube, Nintendo 64. I mean, there's a lot of variations, and I thought they did a pretty good job on combining them. It is, it's not a blow me out of the water movie by any means, but it's also not a terrible one either. And I think people need to calm down a little bit when it comes to the criticism that they're giving this one. It's like there's just like a lot of like people were expecting just to be. What were you expecting? Like an Oscar driven movie? Like, it's just not going to happen. What?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like they gave you a good movie, and there's a lot to talk about on the fun fact stuff. So I look forward to that. I did like the attention to detail. There's a couple of things that I'm just like, I wanted to give this a 4-star, but I'm like, you guys made some piss poor mistakes, and we're going to talk about it tonight. And it wasn't enough for a 4-star for me. So I gave this one a 3.9.
Wow. He really is coming in with a haterade tonight.
It's not haterade.
I mean, you were really talking it up, and then until the last 2 lines, you were like,
I know.
I am a fair grader, okay?
I'm real passionate about like these inaccuracies. That stupid word. So I'm curious, man. I'm looking forward to hearing what you got. And like, hey, you lay the smack down. You Donkey Kong this bitch, and you go nuts.
All right. So this is my second time watching this movie. Like I said, I watched it in theaters, loved it. So it was a little bit different watching it on the TV, because it's just like in the theater, it's just, it's big, it's like big animation, so you can really see all the details. But I still had like the same feeling that I did this time watching it as the first time. And I think movies, like, it's hard for a movie to do that, to like capture that same energy when you rewatch it. But yeah, I like this movie. Just it's really special to me. Like, the more I watch it, because it just reminds me of so much of childhood. Kind of, Brian, you kind of started talking about it. Like, I know I'm the young one, but my first Mario game was Super Mario 64. Like the first one I played, as a very young child, and then played the SNES ones like after that.
Is 64 the one where you jump through the portraits?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, God, that one haunts my dream.
That's your haunter? Oh, come on.
Because I never had a Nintendo 64, so that was the game we always played when we went wherever there was one.
Yeah.
So it's like I got that tease. Actually, I remember playing that fucking game at a Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Like I never owned that game, but I remember playing it.
Like mid to late 90s. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so it's just like Super Mario 64 was, it's the first 3D Mario. So like that's like 3D Mario is what I have instilled as like as being nostalgic for me. And to now see a 3D Mario in movie form, like it's just like the greatest thing ever. And so there were like moments where I started to get emotional and just cry of like, oh man, like this is just so happy, like the feeling it gives me, like thinking about my childhood and whatnot. And that happened probably like 3 or 4 times just throughout the film. And yeah, and I agree, like the story definitely could have been a little bit different. But I do think that the adventure that the story is surrounded that surrounds it very much like overpowers it, so you don't really think too much about the lackluster story because you're so into the adventure and the action. And like I really wish that Luigi had a little bit more of an impact in this movie, not just in the very end. But I mean that's kind of his character. He's a little bit of a beta. Like he's not up to par with Mario. He's always like the scaredy kind of guy. Like I just wish Luigi could have had a redemption with this movie to be like really be side by side with Mario the whole time and not be sent off to a different part of the world. But other than that, like I gave this movie a 4.8 as well, Jen. So it could have been a 5. It really could have been a 5 if they did Luigi's character differently and the story was a little bit more cohesive. But yeah, 4.8. Now, why are you doing this now?
You're being very passionate, and it's not that I want to debate or anything, but it's like you're getting into the movie and like some details of things. I'm like, I want to talk about this, but I can't.
I'm just bringing up what is going to be talked about.
It's a new me, new year, new me.
4 years, and he finally gets the recipe.
Trying so hard, guys. Physical restraint.
Right.
Well,
good news is fun facts are back.
Yes.
I had to take a little bit of a hiatus from them, but we're back.
Here's my thing. If we don't get a song for your pick, that's when I have a problem.
Especially starting off the new year, like no song, my pick, no fun. Like that would just be a total downer. All right, here we go. Let's go, Super Mario and Luigi starring in the movie, animated 3D. Princess Peachy, she's so dreamy. Brian's got fun fact for you and me. We got toads and mushrooms and loads of King Boos, Mario Kart and Bowser the Groom, Koopa Troopas and King Bob-omb. Let's get it on like Donkey Kong.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Came in hot.
My God, what a start to the year, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, it's time to ride that rainbow road, people. All right. So the Super Mario Bros. Movie, it came out in 2023. That would be last year.
Crazy.
It is co-directed by Michael Hellenick. His one and only movie. So right on. And Aaron Horvath, who has directed 2 movies, the Super Mario Bros. And the Teen Titans Go to the Movies of 2018. He was the director of that one.
That's crazy. That's insane.
That's it. That really not much to talk about these directors. I've never heard either one of them before. they have 2 titles between the 2 of them. So I don't know where to go with that one.
Wow.
Well, just the fact that it's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's all. Yeah.
All right. So your cast. Mario is voiced by Chris, excuse me, Chris Pratt. Peach is voiced by Anya Taylor-Joy. The voice of Luigi, Charlie Day.
Charlie Day.
And the voice of Bowser, Jack Black.
Mm-hmm.
The voice of Toad, Keegan-Michael Key.
Surprising.
And the voice of Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen. Shocking.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize. And this one, maybe, I don't think a lot of people are going to know it, but I'm a big SNL fan. Voice of Cranky Kong by Fred Armisen. Did anyone have any voice actors that they like to talk about, or did they have any character that kind of jumped out at them that they'd want to highlight in our little spotlight section here?
I have something.
Let's hear it.
I heard that the original voice of Mario is Charles Martinet, but he's not the voice of Mario in this movie, but he does have a role in this movie, but I don't know who he is.
That is correct.
Do you know who he is?
I am trying to remember.
Is it their boss?
I probably could have.
I think it's the guy that was playing the arcade game in the pizzeria.
Oh,
that's him.
Okay. I'll just look out for that.
Hold on a second. What did you say the actor's name was? Charles Martinet?
Charles Martinet, yeah.
So he actually voices
He's the
Mario's
original voice
dad.
of Mario.
He voices Mario's dad. So he does Mario's dad and Giuseppe, who I believe is the guy that's playing in the arcade game.
Giuseppe, yes, that was his name.
Because that's like,
he also did Mario's dad.
He's also Mario's dad.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. I would just like to bring a special spotlight to both Charlie Day and Jack Black. I thought their voiceover work for Bowser and Luigi was just incredible. Really, really good stuff coming out of both those actors.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I had a weird thought. I don't know if any of you have watched Always Sunny, but I kind of secretly wanted Mario to be played by Danny DeVito. So it was like Charlie Day and Danny DeVito, and it's like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Super Mario Bros. Edition. You know.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how well Danny DeVito could pull off a Mario.
I mean, there were moments when Chris Pratt hit with his accent, it was like that New Yorker, that like the East Coast New Yorker accent, and I was like, sometimes Danny DeVito sounds like that, like his characters do, and I was like, man, it would just be like a raspy version of Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just secretly want that to happen.
You what? You secretly what?
I secretly want that to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where do we go from here? It's been a while. Oh, that's right. Okay, we go to the ratings. All right. Okay, so the ratings. Well, a couple things. We never really kind of did a 2023 wrap up, so let's just take a quick second to do that. 2023, our winner and still reigning high champion. I don't know if it's ever going to happen again. Stay tuned. Keep watching us, guys, because I don't know if it is or not. But it's The Lion King, 5 out of 5. All 4 of us gave it a 5 out of 5. It is a perfect 100% movie, and that happened in 2023. Our lowest rated movie, which just really hurts deeply, I still can't stand this, is Heat. A 1.49 out of 5 stars. And it is, God, just take a dagger to my heart and twist, why don't you? For picks coming in fourth place with an average of 3.5 out of 5-star movies is Nick.
Ooh.
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat that?
You have the worst movies.
3.5 star is your average movie rating that we give your picks.
That I give for your picks.
Negative. We give your picks.
Your pick.
Oh, I see.
Average is the lowest.
Okay. Wow, that's okay.
Coming in
good.
third is with a 3.79 rating is Matt.
Third place, motherfucker. That's bronze, bitch.
Coming in second is with a 3.9 rating is Jen. And the winner of 2023 coming in at 4.06 average rating is myself.
Ooh. All right.
So take notes on movie picking, people.
Well, Matt, it seems like you and I have swapped because you seem to be notorious for picking movies that get low ratings. So enjoy your third place.
I don't apologize for my.
I gotta say, guys, that's really not like overall a movie year. If our lowest is averaging at 3.5, that's pretty decent movies for the most part.
I think we're doing all right.
We're picking wise. We're picking wise.
I think I need to pick worse movies though.
You're doing too good, Matt.
I know.
So that was our little.
I've been treating you guys too nicely.
Good times. We missed of the year. We missed 1, 2, 3. We missed 5 weeks. Really not bad.
That's pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
5 weeks off. My God.
Yep.
And 2 of those were Christmas. Yeah.
What?
And 2 of those were Christmas.
No, one Christmas. One of them was around, I don't remember. It looks like around September, October. End of September, beginning October.
Oh, just
one of them was 4th of July. Yeah. So that's our 2023 wrap up. Okay. We're starting off with 2024. We're going to be starting off with a 4.45 out of 5-star rating.
Not bad. That's a good way to get out of 4th place.
Yeah,
I'm in first place in 2024.
You've added an entire star to your average.
Yeah. And it's only going to go downhill from here.
All right. Now the other ratings. Letterboxd is giving this one a 3.3 out of 5 stars. IMDb giving it 7 out of 10 stars. Roger Ebert 1.5 out of 4 stars.
Yeah. Not surprised.
Homeboy.
Why?
Brian Tellerco was the artist, or the writer of this review, and he was just not happy with it. He had some stone cold things to say. What was the thing that I read?
Yeah, what's the highlight?
Okay. Here's straight from the review. Quote: "The Super Mario Bros. Movie doesn't reflect the franchise's creativity in the slightest. The latest animated blockbuster from Illumination is their most soulless to date. A film that feels like ChatGPT produced it after data and imagery from the games were fed into a computer. It is the Chris Farley show of family entertainment, mistaking making references to something that was awesome for actually making a movie.
I just recently learned what Chat GPT is.
I
It's
don't even
kinda
know what that
scary.
is, but this sounds like an insult and a half. I mean, and
Yeah.
he goes on about how some people did good at voiceover, some people didn't. It just didn't catch his 80s childhood memories the way he wished it would. It just seemed like, I'm like, dude, it seems like you're working with a lot of personal issues and you're taking it out on this movie and you're just, it's not working out, man. I don't know. I don't agree with this review at all.
That sounds like a guy, that sounds like a fan that wanted a movie written the way they wanted it written and didn't get that and was now taking it out on it.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry. If you want the perfect Super Mario Brothers movie, write it yourself.
Yeah, aren't movie critiques supposed to be like from an unbiased position? Especially professional ones?
Yes. And this one is just like,
It's so personal.
so he even talks about like, here, I'll read this, the last paragraph of his review. Quote, with the nostalgia craze merging with the power of Nintendo and Illumination, the Super Mario Bros. Movie feels too big to fail. That means we'll get a sequel, and I expect another cycle of the debate of critics versus fans. I am both. And I want a world where the people who made films for a fan base as devoted as this one don't take that fandom for granted. This is far from over. I suspect we will get a ton of films from the NES universe, including Donkey Kong Country and The Legend of Zelda, and let's not forget Kid Icarus. But we need creators who don't just see these games as products to be referenced, but as foundations on which new ideas can be built. That 80s kid who dreamed of Mario deserves it.
I love the
Come
line.
on.
What was the line they said? Take it back, or no? What do you? Shit. I forget it. Never mind.
Anyway, I don't know. This critic, I think, has got a few things to work out, and Super Mario Bros. Movie is probably not the one to do it on. I'm sorry that you were, obviously putting this movie on a huge pedestal to just revitalize your 80s memories as a kid, but I don't see how it felt. It's not soulless by any means. And I think they did an incredible job. And like I said at the top of the show, of integrating a lot of the Super Mario Brother universe. There's a lot of product under this umbrella. It's not just NES games or what have you. Like, there's been, Mario parties and Smash Brothers and all these things. And I think they were very creative in basically meshing it into one movie. All right. Budget $100 million. Worldwide
low.
gross $1.3 billion. Shane.
Talk about a return.
Numbers,
God.
holy smokes.
How many question marks did you hit?
Yeah. Yeah. How many coins did you get? How many stars
All right.
did you get?
Oscars 0, Golden Globes 3 nominees. And I have to pull them up. I can only work so fast, people.
I was like, I'm not even gonna ask because I know he's gonna do it anyways. So
Yes. I will pull them up. And if you guys want to know furthermore, then I'll have to pull up ×2. But your nominees for the Golden Globes are Best Motion Picture Animated, Cinematic and Box Office Achievement, And best original song in a motion picture. Anyone want to guess?
Peaches, peaches, peaches.
Correct. Peaches. So those are your nominees. Did not win on any of them.
Oh, you mean it's not No Sleep to Brooklyn?
No, it's not No Sleep for Brooklyn. Did you guys care about any further details on them or no?
Well, I mean, those are awards that are yet to be awarded, right?
No, didn't they have the Golden Globes?
I have no idea. It's award season, isn't it?
I feel like they did. They've had the Golden Globes. I feel like they just had it actually.
I do. I have no idea. I don't keep up with the awards, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, your best motion picture animated. Super Mario Bros. Movie was part of it. Also was Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse,
Okay.
Wish, Suzume, and The Boy and the Heron. The Boy and the Heron is the winner. I've seen Elemental and the Super Mario Bros. I have not seen the other.
I saw
movies.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that one was really good.
That movie was way too quick and too fast. Like it was hard to keep up. But it was still good. Yeah.
Yep, I did not see that.
Who won it?
The Boy and the Heron.
Is it The Boy and the Heron or is it The Blue Heron?
Nope, The Boy and the Heron.
When did these awards just happened?
Yeah.
Interesting. This is like, didn't one of those didn't that just come out?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just curious.
So there's that.
In the Heron.
What else? All right. So there is definitely a lot of Easter eggs and whatnot in this one. So I tried to kind of pick some of the important ones here. But the Giuseppe is playing a game, and that game is the game that he's playing. If you can kind of see it in the background, but did anyone recognize the game that he was playing?
Was it the first Donkey Kong?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it's
It's
called.
the OG Donkey Kong game that basically has Mario, but he's not even Mario then. I don't know if you guys know this. At that time, he was named Jumpman.
Yep.
Solid name. Jumpman. And his goal was to protect the girl, the damsel in distress, and the whole thing is, a bunch of barrels being thrown at him, and he has to climb over ladders and all that stuff. And that girl that he's actually acting or trying to rescue is featured in Super Mario Bros. As the news reporter that is saying, "Hey, Brooklyn is practically underwater right now." That's her. I think it's like Polly or something like that.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Anyone notice? Here's a did you notice? Did Luigi's ringtone sound familiar to anyone?
His ringtone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh my god, I can't picture it. When they're in the diner, right?
Pizzeria, yeah.
Or the pizzeria, yeah. Oh no, I forgot.
It is the jingle for GameCube when you turn on. When you turn on GameCube.
Yep. I noticed that. It doesn't actually play all the way through though.
It doesn't. It just enough for anyone that played GameCube to be like, I know that sounds. With like the spinning Rubik cube going. Yep. Oh man. All right. This one's kind of hard, but there's a restaurant in the background. There's a sign on it, and the sign is Chassé du Canard. Anyone want to guess in terms of Super Mario Bros. Reference, what that could mean in English. Now, this one is dear to my heart.
Can you say the phrase again?
Chasse du canard. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I feel like I'm doing a pretty simple job at it.
It sounds Italian, probably, but
I think it's
I have no idea.
French.
Is it French?
Let's go.
Let's go.
It means duck hunt.
Oh my gosh, that game was awful.
And that is, like I said, this one's dear to my heart because that had to have been the first NES game I've ever played.
Yeah.
And it
Did you
was
have like the? Sorry.
Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt in one game.
Literally killing ducks.
It's the only game we had. That was it. It was an NES in those two games. And I was like, I love this. This is amazing. What am I playing right now? On both sides.
Did you ever go to like the Round Table pizzas and they had like the giant duck hunt like in the arcade area?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. That was so cool.
That sounds amazing. I never saw one of those.
Okay,
yeah, it was like basically like a whiteboard sized screen. And then you had like the gun, but that was like connected to the screen, and like you shot, like while you're in Round Table. Yeah.
Yeah. The music during Mario Brothers commercial is from the 1989 Mario Brothers Kids Show, which I vaguely remember.
No, I don't.
This movie is a product of Illumination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this killed me. Pratt's original Mario voice sounded like, quote, Tony Soprano. And Charlie Day's original Luigi voice sounded like, quote, something straight from Goodfellas. So I think they went a little too hard on the on the Italian, Brooklyn, New York accents.
like this, like Super Mario Brothers goes like mobster, like like mob bosses.
Yeah, Joe Pesci, like, what the fuck am I funny? What makes me so fucking funny?
What's
Let's
my
go.
Fire flower and my power of mushroom.
Bowser, you little bitch, we're coming for you.
That's a Mario movie I need to see.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Goodfellas, Super Mario Bros.
The Super Mario fellas.
Oh, okay. So the pizzeria is named Punch Out.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game that I have not played, but it's an old school Nintendo game. Yeah, it's like Mike Tyson Nintendo game. So that was a little homage there. All right, this one definitely another one near dear to my heart because I swear if there were four Mario games that I absolutely played the most, it's 1, 2, Super Bros. 3, and Super Mario World on Super Nintendo.
I think it was definitely Mario Kart all day.
Oh, well, yeah, and Mario Kart 2, I forgot. Yeah, well, yeah. Those are, yeah.
Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, we grew up with Mario. It was just like different variations, different games and everything. But anyway, as he's walking through Mushroom Kingdom, you see the antique shop.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone notice some of the old school references in the antique shop? So one of them had the music box power up from Mario 3. You guys catch that one?
No.
First of all, does anyone remember the music box?
Not necessarily, no.
It was it's the one where you open up the music box and it puts, so you had the maps, right? In Super Mario Bros. 3, you had to walk around the maps and all that, and they had different worlds, world 1, 2, 3, the freaking desert world and the underwater world, and sometimes they had the bad guys were actually walking on the maps with you, and they were blocking certain things that you needed. You fire up that music box, and it would knock him out. It would make him fall asleep.
Huh.
And then you can get by and you're like, oh, I need that treasure chest now, or I need to get to this part of the world now. So the music box was a way to not have to fight the enemy that was in front of you. They also had the hammer from the OG Donkey Kong. Does I remember the hammer? Most uncontrollable thing ever. Like, no, I need you to go this way. Damn it, go this way.
That's great.
All right. What else do we got? So the Peaches ballad wasn't even in the first draft of this movie. It was something that I guess Jack Black and a couple of people sat down, talked it out, and like, all right, this is what I think this is what we need. And then it was Jack Black's idea to actually make it a rock ballad.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like that sounds like a very Jack Black thing to do.
From Tenacious, yeah, you're talking about a singer from Tenacious D. Yeah, of course he's gonna ride with this one. Peaches reached number 61 on iTunes. What is wrong with people?
It's like a 20-second song. It's not even.
It's like I gotta get that jam.
Peach Jam. Oh.
Super Mario 64 theme is music for Peach's Castle. You guys catch that one?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Especially if you played that game a lot, it's gonna hit you. The paintings around the castle are also from Mario 64.
Yep.
Like the exact painting. So if you remember, the one with like the beach and the lighthouse, I remember that one. And then lastly, this one is another one near dear to my heart. Is I was like, yes, you guys did. They utilized the Rainbow Road shortcut.
Yes. I'm so glad you mentioned that. That made me so happy.
And when I was like, yeah, you did. And I'm sure we'll talk about that scene later. But so those are some of the gems I was able to pull up. There is a couple of other things, but I was like, I just I don't want to spend 7 years talking about facts. But did anyone have any other ones that I didn't mention that was near and dear to their heart based off of, their raising of Mario? Go for it.
I don't know if it counts as a scene though. I apologize if it does. But the part where Mario is going down all the pipes and there's that blue one, that's straight out of the game.
Oh yeah.
Like one of the games.
Yep.
And it made me happy because I was like, I've done all of those except for the blue one.
Yeah. That's all. That's all I got.
I had one thing that I just thought was cool. So when when the van or whatever breaks down and they have to run to their first job, that side scroll is actually like a perfect match for, I think, the first level of Mario when you play it from NES. So like if you match up graphics and things and where things are that that he interacts with, it matches up with the map and it's the perfect side scroll. So it's like I thought that was a really cool little thing that they hid in there, and it's something that you only notice when you notice it or you see the two side by side.
I don't want to talk about it in depth because it's one of the scenes that I wrote down. Yeah. But I recognized it immediately. I was like, I see exactly what they're doing. I didn't know that it was the same layout. Exactly. I had no idea about that. But I was like, this is the greatest gem I've seen in this movie already. Like it instantly, I knew exactly where they were going with it.
I think
but we'll talk
down to the golden boxes, right? Like to the question mark boxes, like those are even marked.
That's amazing.
So it's really cool what they did.
That's amazing.
Tons of those little details. Like you said, you could probably go on forever finding them all.
Oh yeah, there's Easter eggs on Easter eggs on Easter eggs.
Yeah, you go to YouTube.
Oh, I didn't even mention Star
Check us out on
Fox is
YouTube.
in there.
Star Foxes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I forgot the name of his ship, but it's when he's watching the news.
Mm-hmm.
His ship is right over his TV.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Oh,
that.
it's like a little toy that he's got.
Yeah,
Gotcha. That's cool.
I didn't catch that.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, tons of those. Hop on YouTube, check out some of our old videos and things like that. And while you're there, look into the Easter eggs for this movie. There's tons of videos, I'm sure.
Nice. I like what you did there.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty smooth. So, Brian.
All right.
As we bring our show to a screeching halt to find out what it is that you have forgotten.
I am sorry about this, but I think it also might even be able to pull up a mini conversation out of us too. So
fantastic.
I
did up enough, it better.
It's actually an interesting one. Around 1991, I think, a Mario Brothers movie was made.
Oh, yeah.
It is, and it's not animated. It was real life, real humans.
No,
live action. Yeah,
it's not. It's not animated at all.
Are you holding it?
It shows the whole.
What?
It's not safe for work, man. It's NSFW.
Is this perhaps what you may be referring to?
That is what I'm referring to.
This
it did
piece of cinema here.
It was horrible.
It's a blast. It says it on the box.
Can I just say real quick?
It did really, really bad. So bad that Nintendo has
this is what I had to run to go
refused to make any type of movie with their it's not material. What's the word I'm looking for?
Their assets,
their properties.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. With their properties up until the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So we're talking probably 30 years of Nintendo not doing anything. They're like, nope, we're not doing movies. We tried it. It really was bad, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Here's where I find the interesting discussion. The amount of intellectual property that Nintendo has, and seeing how successful it was in the box office, we disclosed it was $1.3 billion. Anyone else predicting that this is going to be the launch of a wave of one thing after the other? When it's like, you've got like the DC and Marvel and the superhero universe. I swear, here comes the Nintendo universe full of animated Donkey Kong Country or Star Fox, or just anyone else feeling this one?
Oh, absolutely.
There's already like leak. I don't know if it's leaked or rumors but announcements that they're making a Legend of Zelda movie.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
I don't think it's animated though.
Oh, interesting.
I think it's live action.
Yeah, so I just foresee Nintendo being like, "Oh, we have something here." And it's come time, right? I would definitely love to see a Donkey Kong Country movie. That's another Nintendo game that I used to play a ton as a kid on Super Nintendo. It was Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Oh my goodness! I still hear them. I still hear them when you jump on them. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to do it, and I think it's going to be great. It's going to be interesting. I think the partnership between Illumination and Nintendo, the smartest thing they could have done. Smartest thing Nintendo could have done as far as getting back into movies. And my hope is what's going to happen is they're going to stick with animation. They're going to extend the universe. They're going to do Donkey Kong, Zelda, like all the stuff. They're gonna do it. If they're doing a live action Zelda movie, they better do it right. Is all I can say. Is like that's the risk right now. Is like what I would think is probably a safer strategy is stick with the universe you've already got. Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be Super Mario Brother movies. Like you said, you've got the universe now. Donkey Kong, do Donkey Kong movies. They've already alluded to a big universe, and like you've got the entire Nintendo universe to work with. Just keep doing it. Just keep making those movies, and they don't even have to be connected, or just make the damn movies. They're there. And then when you figured out your storytelling formula, that's when you're like, okay, we know how to make our video games into a good story that the fans like, the newbies like, everybody can enjoy this movie. We figured it out. Let's try live action again.
Yeah.
So,
hot take. I would have liked to see them partner with DreamWorks over Illumination, but that's just my preference.
Do you have a quick thought on that? Like why? Like just the experience kind of thing, or
quick thought? I think DreamWorks makes really good animated movies.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head, and
it's just
failing right now.
Always throw out Shrek. You can never go wrong with Shrek.
Right.
But I believe they've also got Kung Fu Panda. Like which also Jack Black.
Yeah. But that's why I forgot they were Kung Fu Panda.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is like the Illumination's kind of weaning off of the whole Despicable Me Minion stuff. And this was a great way of being like, yeah, this is the level of detail that we can do for our animation. And it's Nintendo style. It's not Illuminations where people are kind of wonky proportions and things, and they're right. Like they did a Nintendo designed style, very detailed. I mean,
yeah.
So that's not me fighting against DreamWorks. It's just they really proved what it is that they can bring. The stories are good. Like the story's going to come because now it's like you've begun the partnership. We've got to figure out the formula. I don't know if it was Jen or Nick first.
I think it was me. Yeah.
Nick. Okay.
I just want to comment. I think that maybe one of the reasons why Nintendo took so long, after that first Mario movie, was I think that the animation in the 2020s now has essentially been perfected. Like, it's really, I feel like it would be really hard to make the current animation that these studios can make even better. Right, because like animation in the 80s, the 90s, even the early thousands, like they still have a lot of improvements that they can make upon them. But it's really hard to top like the animation style of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Like I can't really imagine how much better could it actually get. And so I think that maybe Nintendo has just realized like we're now at a time where we have perfected like the technicality of creating these animated movies. Now let's just get these stories out there. That's just kind of my opinion, but that's just what I think. Yeah. Go ahead, Jen.
I do have a mini rant, and where I can kind of agree with Mr. Cranky Pants review that you guys said. I don't know if that's his name, but that's what we're going with. There was something in his review that I agree with. And it's like, I think it's fun that we're bringing back a lot of nostalgia for us 90s kids. But there does need to come like new creativity with it. I think a lot of stuff that is produced these days lacks new creativity, and they're just pulling from old things. So if they did decide to like make this a Nintendo universe, then all those listening to the GoodFlickas, because they're a big deal, you hear my words when I say get creative and don't just copycat. because you're not going to be able to maintain it for the long run. It will be short-lived. Be like a quick flame, like exciting, and then it's kind of like that little floating blue thing, you know? It's like, oh, you're pretty, but you're useless.
I loved that little guy.
That's just my thought.
Jen, I think there's something covering up your microphone because you sound like you're underwater sometimes. I don't know if it's just me.
I don't have a microphone. I don't know.
Are you here? Where are you?
You're doing something fun to me.
Okay.
I do have my heater going on tonight, so it might be muffled.
I just pulled up like Googled, top Nintendo games because I was curious. Because I'm just curious. Like we're talking about like this whole like Nintendo universe and how many spin-offs they have based off of their intellectual properties and movies that they could come up with, right? It starts off on list 100, and then the very next one, number 99. I totally forgot how much I played this game too. Banjo-Tooie.
Oh yeah, Banjo-Kazooie.
No, it's called Banjo-Tooie.
What the heck's
Oh wait,
Banjo-Kazooie?
I think that's the sequel game, right?
I would assume.
Possibly.
Yes, but yeah, so Banjo-Kazooie, you're right. The original character is Banjo-Kazooie. I would watch a Banjo-Kazooie movie. I'm saying it right now. This bear has a freaking rooster or chicken attached to his backpack. Like, please let me watch that movie. Yeah, it's so interesting just to like kind of go through it. They have Kirby. Yeah. Nintendo is Kirby. It's like they could come up with a lot of pretty cool different movies just off of just going off of this.
There's so many Kirby games. Like there are so many Kirby games. Like it's crazy. Like the movie that they could come up with.
Luigi had his own game. It was Luigi's Mansion. This is a game I've never played before, but I feel like that's a Halloween movie just sitting waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
They did reference it in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was referenced a little bit, but anyway.
Was that for GameCube?
What?
Luigi's Mansion?
Let me check. I'm not entirely
I think
sure.
Originally, I think it was GameCube.
What came after GameCube? Was that when it?
That was the Wii.
That was the Wii. Was next.
Yeah, I went GameCube and then Wii.
Wow, really?
And then a new one came out on the Switch, which Cody and I played together during the pandemic.
The Switch has been around that long?
The Switch has been around since 2016.
Oh, that's not that long.
6 years.
Yeah.
7 years.
Let's see. Luigi's Mansion.
8 years.
8 years?
8
years. What year is it?
Okay, so Luigi's Mansion originally was released as a GameCube game in 2001.
2001?
2001.
What a year.
And in 2018, released for Nintendo 3DS. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon released Nintendo 3DS in 2013 and Nintendo Switch in 2024.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's a new one coming out on the Switch? Oh.
I guess so.
Best get on it.
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD 2024. There's a couple. Apparently, this is a really big game. I've, again, yet to play.
It is fun.
Luigi's Mansion.
It is a fun game. It's like spooky, but kind of fun and cute and creepy.
I'm telling you, that's a Halloween movie that we need.
Yeah.
I just make it.
Yeah, it's like Disney's Haunted Mansion, but the Nintendo version of it. You
right.
know?
This is going.
Tell me that kids wouldn't like it. Go ahead, Jen.
I was saying this is going to go off a little off topic, but talk about spooky games. I think the scariest video game for me, was Resident Evil on GameCube.
Oh, that game was ridiculous.
That game was so scary. I never played it. I watched it, and it freaked me out. But it made me want to go see the movies too.
That game was so hard. I never beat it. I never beat that game. It beat the shit out of me though. I just remember. Do you remember that one where you have to go? Oh, damn it! You have to like go downstairs, and then the 8-foot motherfucker from hell comes at you with his club and all that. And I'm like, I don't know how to beat this dude. I was stuck on that level.
Any gamers out there, if you want to share, there's Achilles heel.
I was too young for Resident Evil. I just never got it. Like, I never played them.
I can't believe Grandma got that game for us. Like, here, we thought you like it. I'm like, all right, Grandma.
It was so creepy.
Video games. I really didn't play much. Still don't.
Can you imagine what was going through Grandma's head while we're playing that game? She's like in the kitchen cooking dinner, and we're like,
and then like
she's
gunshots every now and then.
Yeah, gunshots and fire. Yeah.
And she's like, she comes into the room like, okay, I have hot, fresh cookies from the oven.
Like, it wasn't this some clean, wholesome fun. Who's that nice young man you've ripped into?
Well, that was a fun conversation, guys. I had a feeling it would lead to something, but yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Let's bring out some Nintendo movies. I think we're all ready.
Bring them on. Yeah, I definitely want
to. Could Nintendo ever pair with Pixar, or is it just too much of a battle there?
Here's the dangers.
Yeah,
it's Disney.
Yeah, I was about to say it's Disney. Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing, and I don't think that it's kind of like, I don't think it's a slight on Disney in the sense. It's just Disney has its image and
its ways.
Well, and not everybody wants to maintain that, and it's like respectful, right? It's like it's nothing against Disney. It's just if you are connected to them in that kind of in any kind of way, like. They're gonna have input
and some strong arm too.
Yeah, and then if Disney has any controversy, like Nintendo's going with them.
What, Nick?
I'm sorry. If Disney has any controversy, like Nintendo gets reeled into that.
Yeah,
you know.
And like, I love Pixar. I truly do. I love Disney Pixar movies. We've highlighted plenty of them on the GoodFlickas, but Nintendo vibes is not Disney vibes, and I don't think it would work out too well. And it's just sad because who beats Pixar at animation?
See, this is an argument where like I believe in the downfall of Pixar. Like they
wow.
they've made beautiful movies, but I feel like they've kind of been lacking a lot lately, as well as Disney in general. But I mean, it's still.
You're thinking they set the cruise control.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel. Things don't feel so unique anymore, you know.
Okay.
Like,
that's what I'm just saying. There's no.
It just kind of feels like more of the same, and the medium. That's what's so impressive about these companies is what they are doing, what they are bringing to the art form and how they're advancing it. Like we're gonna have to move on from it, but I'm gonna geek out all night about the animation of this movie, like the texture that they were able to do. There's the close up that we get of Bowser as it's just like him playing piano and stuff, like all of this stuff, the textures on like the reptilian skin, like the hairs, like everything looks so good. The texture is incredible.
The slow-mo.
That level of detail is impressive. And
Mhm.
that's what they've brought. And I mean, like same thing with Pixar. When we talked about The Good Dinosaur, it's not the greatest story or anything. And sure, the characters seem to be out of place, but look at everything else. It is incredible what they're doing. But I don't know. I'm a story driven person. Like I want a good story. It can't just be like flash and visuals. Like that's key. That's important. But this is a storytelling medium, and I want a story.
Yeah. And that's where I feel Pixar really thrives at.
They do a good job. They just it's been lacking a bit. Been
Yeah.
lacking.
Well, have you seen Elemental?
I have not.
Oh,
But I heard it was very similar to other movies. Go ahead, Jen.
I just wanted to add, I think Pixar is phenomenal when it comes to like the environment, creating an environment and creating a world.
mhm.
Maybe these companies need to like combine and make like the ultimate kick-ass movie company of animation.
It'd be cool to see them all like join forces for something.
Yeah, I think that would be like too good for our eyes.
They should do like a super group of animators, right? Like how they do
Yeah,
super
and start
groups that
their
make
own
music.
company.
Yeah. Well, that's how new companies get started, right? It's like the guys rise to the top of these things and are like, all right, I want to do this. No, you can't do that. Psh. All right. Well, I was talking to this guy from this place, and we're gonna say
Yeah.
peace out and start our own place. All right. Well, good luck. Make it happen. All right. Are we ready to dive in? Head first into the deep end of the greatest place in the world to start. And what wonderful place is that?
The very beginning.
Very beginning. A very good place to start.
It's the start button.
We're pressing start on this movie.
You're pressing start on this biatch. Go ahead, Jen.
Let's be honest.
So can I just say, like, the very beginning, like before the story, just that intro of seeing the OG like Nintendo, regular Nintendo, made me so happy. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna love this movie. If they're bringing that to the start, I mean, it's incredible already. It made me just feel like I was like 6 years old again. It
Do
was,
do 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 do.
Yeah. and like the animation of it too. It wasn't like new. It was like that was the old school. I picture the movie just going left to right the whole time.
Like as it's scrolling, it like goes through the years of like graphics.
Yes.
That would have been cool actually to see like a time progression of from 8-bit Mario to Super Mario Brothers movie Mario. Yeah. I'm with you, Jen. I really like that too. I actually because this was like my second or third time watching this. Same where that thing came up. I thought I was like, ooh, I forgot about him showing up, and it's exciting because it is. It takes you right back to the first time you played Mario.
Yep.
And I thought it was going to be a bigger part. I'm like, oh, it's just this. Sorry, this is just for Nintendo. Got it. Movie hasn't started. And then movie begins, and what a fun way to really jump into this story. I think that they used the same clip as like the teaser for this movie, or I'm fairly certain I had seen this clip as ads for this movie before it came out, before I saw, before I actually saw the movie. But it's so much fun. The freaking Koopas are just, that army is no joke. There's so many of them. You get to
Dude, it's like Sparta. Like,
dude, they swarm like the ones with wings and everything. They just and right into place. They're like, yep, this is my spot. Even Shaky Dude was, like he was like, I'm in place, but and dude with one eye was ready to go. Fun stuff. Like I love that they even gave those guys some character. They had some personality. All of them, including the Toads. But They bring him out, and then it's the penguins. And I don't know about you guys, but I remember because it was a Mario Kart guy. One of my favorite tracks was the one with the penguins, mostly because it's like once you figure out how to drift and get around those guys pretty easily, you
Yeah.
could really screw over people who are chasing you.
Yeah.
And like, and they pissed me off, but I loved them so much. And penguins, right? Super fun. And the fight begins. This whole thing is absolutely hilarious. I don't need to like bring up every detail of it, but I think it's hilarious. It's so funny, and the confidence of that king to just be like, "This is but a taste. Do you yield?" Like, I mean, so confident. It's like, dude, really? You think these you hit one guy? um, yeah, I thought this was a really fun intro, a great way to start the movie, and really to show like the devastation and strength of Bowser. Like he's a bad dude, and he is not to be trifled with. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, let's see, a couple things. Did you know that Mario Kart was voted as the #1 game to bring the most stress to Americans?
Really?
What? Why?
I just recently saw it and I was like, oh man, that's so funny. It's seriously the most stress-induced game, Mario Kart.
They're playing it wrong. They need to be playing Cario Mart and just having a beer.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, going to the scene though, talk about dude, Bowser's cutthroat. Like he's just OG gangster. Like, do you yield? No, I don't. Just destroys the entire city. Like, not even thinking twice about it. Just no, that's cute, but I don't yield at all. And you guys are about to see some serious shit right now. And he just melts their entire castle, takes a star, and out. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like Training Day Bowser. Okay, I got it.
Nice.
So yeah, it just I thought it was a great way of just kind of introducing the type of Bowser that we're gonna get.
I mean, I love when a movie like starts out introducing the villain. Like sometimes you don't get that. Like it always starts out with the protagonist and what they're doing. But I like that we get to see like the villain first. You know, it kind of really sets it up.
Yeah, I particularly like with thrillers and adventure ones. I do love when they drop you into the middle of something that the bad guy's doing, whether you know they're the bad guy yet or not, whatever they're doing, and then the movie begins with, and here's our happy-go-lucky protagonist who's just
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
oh, but wait, here's the big twist, and then and while you're following the protagonist, you kind of forget about the guy that you met right at the beginning, and it's like, oh shit, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love that moment, and it's really fun when they do that. So I'm with you. I like when they bring the villain first.
And I'm just saying, if any of the Mario games had made the like flying volcano that Bowser was on in this movie, I would feel like I'm not beating this game. This game is going to destroy me. Like that is the most intimidating. If that thing was like coming at you, I'd be like, it's really been a good run. Go ahead, Jen.
Wasn't that thing on like the maps though?
I think that like Mario Party.
Like yeah, like that thing.
That's what I think it technically. Like I mean, I always assumed that Bowser's Castle really like from Mario Kart. I always just assumed it was that floating thing.
Yeah,
it's changed over the years, but like I just always assumed that's kind of.
I feel like I've seen it in the games. Like it didn't look new to me.
Well, in Mario Kart 64, Bowser's Castle is like an actual castle on lava.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just kind of always assumed it was on that big floating thing because in Mario Party, where like the map, I think it's kind of that floating.
Dude, I barely played Mario Party. That's when I kind of was a little out of it on that one.
Mario Party is the one that pisses me off. What were you saying, Jen?
Is that the one that you play on Wii and you do like the little?
It's
Like-
kind of like a board game, but you have mini games that you go against each other as
I
a team.
love that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a ton of fun, but it stresses me the hell out because you're trying to get these stars. And that's the thing, right? Like it's you're trying, and now they've made it to where it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna steal your fucking star. It's like, you son of a bitch. Or you just like, this is a ruthless game. I'm gonna steal somebody's star, so I'm just gonna sorry, I'm taking your star. Fuck you. Like it's like monopoly level frustration that I can get with this game. So
Wow.
I enjoy playing it for the mini games, but oh boy, does the board game of it piss me off.
Mario Party and Monopoly are both friendship enders. Like, there's no question about it.
I love Mario Party.
Ugh. Give me Mario Kart. Just give me Mario Kart.
Are we ready for movie memory?
Yes.
I got mine.
No.
I got mine.
All right, who's going first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna title it Definitely Don't Eat That.
What was
Definitely
it?
don't eat that. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely don't eat that.
Yeah.
I think I know which one that is.
Yeah, I might know, but I could be wrong. Oh, are we titling them? I guess we're titling them.
If you want, remember, it doesn't have to be a scene. It could be anything.
Yeah. Well, mine's technically a fun fact that you said.
Oh, what is it?
It's the Rainbow Road shortcut. That's I loved it. It was yeah.
Let's see. Mine is, I have a couple of movie memories. One of them is just the Rainbow Road in general. Another is, I forgot the character's name, but it's the it's the freaking blue star thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the blue shell.
No.
The
blue star in the cage.
smiling child thing that was
Lumily.
depressing as hell. What is it?
That's that character. Well, there's Luma, and then there's Luma Lee, and Luma Lee is the blue one.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Luma Lee.
I gotta see who was voicing.
I've got some comments about Luma Lee.
Oh my god!
But yeah, definitely a movie memory for me. And I think that those are gonna be it. And I would say maybe Charlie Day's voice performance as Luigi. It would be another memory.
I did love Charlie Day as Luigi. I want to jump in on that in a second, but for me, yes, that little is it Lumaline? That's kind of like the thing that I really
Lumalee, yeah.
Lumalee, because it's such a funny bit to me of like this childlike smiling thing that's just like everything sucks.
Yeah,
this is the world's worst place, and you're all gonna die horrible deaths.
Yeah. Yay!
It's horrifying in the funniest way, but
it's like that's like the perfect pet for Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Yeah. But I really loved it's really all of like the Donkey Kong universe because I enjoyed playing. I enjoyed Donkey Kong Country where you just roam around, you get shot out of barrels and stuff, you're fighting crocodiles.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's Great Adventure or something like that.
Either way, those games and like that show and everything, like that was the stuff that I really liked. But they bring in the carts, and because I'm a Mario Kart guy, I'm like I that's what I really loved was all of that kind of stuff. And even when it got to the point of building the carts, like that was really cool. I still think it's ridiculous that Mario is he's so freaking basic, dude. Like. He didn't take the fire flower. He makes a basic Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come on, dude. You're so vanilla.
was classic.
Yeah, I guess. But I like that there was some fun stuff they did with all of that. But I really like the big nod for Donkey Kong, like the fight where it's the beams and the rope ladders and it was Donkey Kong, and it was such a cool nod of like, here's the origins, and this is it. He even throws the barrel at him. It was really cool stuff. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's just do this. Let's go right into it because this is a scene that I wrote down, and it's kind of like what you were saying. So I titled it "It's on like Kitty Kong."
Okay.
And
Nice.
and this scene just jumped out at me because exactly what you were saying. It's like, oh, I see what they're doing, but they went double creative with it because not only is it OG Donkey Kong arcade game, because it's the layouts there, it's all there, right? But it's pairing with, I don't know if you guys ever played on GameCube a video game called Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're in an arena and you're battling and I'm like, they combined an old school arcade game with the GameCube Smash Brothers and are intertwining them, and it's so well. It's like you instantly see it. They're in the arena, but it's a floating arena. And I'm like, okay, this is definitely Smash Brothers style. But then you get the layout and you're like, oh damn, this is the arcade game of Donkey Kong, and then he's dropping barrels and all of it. I'm like, oh, this is just, it's too good. It was a really, really well done battle. It was a well done, the fight, everything. Nothing was over the top, and the fact that it was the cat that takes down Donkey Kong. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I mean, I never. I don't think I ever played the game with the cat, but I did know that that's a powerful character. It was basically like Mario 3's version of Fox, or the version of Mario 3's Fox.
Yeah.
Once you got that fox, you felt like you were indestructible. Like you're like, I'm the fox. Like, let's go. So yeah, I just thought they did a really good job on all of that. And I don't know. I think Mario should have let Donkey Kong fall. It's like, dude, he beat the crap out of you the entire time. It's not going to kill Donkey. It's just going to get him a little wet. Like, let him drop. Hot take, I know.
Yeah, I what I like the most about this whole battle arena, I never actually put the two together of Super Smash Bros. And OG Donkey Kong together. Yeah. But I did notice, and that what I really liked is that the layout of the arena, it's like all of the blocks, like the question blocks and the brick blocks, like they're all flat, like it's like 2D, because they're all like right above and below each other. But I really like how it's filmed, like the camera like goes around it, they turn like a 2D space into like a 3D space, and that they film like around these blocks. And I thought that was just really cool to watch. But it's like a flat, like 2D arena.
Yeah.
So just super creative and really fun to watch. Yeah. And someone else start talking.
Well, Jen had her memory that she didn't really dive into yet.
Yeah. Did you guys?
I'm guessing it's when Mario is about to go on the attack and he eats the blue mushroom.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking too, but now I'm thinking something else.
Okay.
You said it was don't eat that?
Definitely don't eat that.
Oh, I know. It's when Toad shows up and he screams at him. Oh, my bad.
Wait, Toad says it?
Toad. It's when Mario meets Toad for the first time.
Yeah, it's basically your intro to Toad, and it made me laugh hysterically. It was so, I was so blindsided to Toad even being there, and he's like, Daddy, I'll die. Like, it escalates, and it's so funny. And I'll forever, like, whenever anyone asks me about this movie, I'm gonna be like, you're gonna die. It's so funny.
Well, the best part about that is he's freaking out, and then within 1 second he gets an examination of the one. He's like, "Oh no, actually, this one's you're totally."
Yeah.
So it's like his freak out was not even needed.
It's so funny. I was like, oh, Toad and I are gonna be best friends.
Toad was killing me. And like the first 5 minutes of Toad is really, really good. When he's like he's guiding Mario to go see Peach, and he says, "Excuse me, everybody, coming through. Got a big adventure going on right now."
So nonchalant.
And then he doubles down and he's like, "This guy's brother's gonna die."
Oh no, he's not gonna die. I'm just saying that to get through.
No, Toad throwing some 100-mile-per-hour heaters on in those 5 minutes. Good job.
Can you
Toad.
give me your best Toad impression, Brian?
What?
So can you give me your best Toad impression?
No, I can't even.
I can't.
There's no way I can get that high of pitch.
Yeah.
Hang on. To die. That's all you got.
That totally. You were so high pitched, your microphone cut you out.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
All right.
Sorry. I this is such a funny moment, but this is like so Toad, Keegan-Michael Key, the huge shout out to him because what he does with Toad, I don't know Toad as much. Like I know him as a character, but I know in like the other games, all the stuff like Toad even has its own game now, right? Like that
Yeah,
whole
it's Toad's
Adventurer Toad or like or something, right? Like
yeah, Adventure something. Yeah.
Oh wow.
so like
did
yeah,
not
so
even know. Here, I'll look
I
it up
know
for
that
you. I
there's
had no idea.
I know there's some actual lore to the Toads and all that stuff. So I don't know much about the character, but I really enjoyed what Keegan-Michael Key did with it. And what a fun intro. Like every time he was on screen, like he was fun. He was stealing the show. Like that I was it like going back to when they're with the Donkey Kongs or whatever. And I think they're on the Rainbow Road or whatever. And Donkey Kong's like, "Is this you trying to flirt?" And Toad's just like, "Hey, he's my buddy. He's always got his back." And like he was so much fun. I really enjoyed what Toad was, and that moment, Toadie, like that panic was so much fun. That energy was such a great intro to that character.
So you have Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Treasure Tracker. Yeah.
Game.
Good for him. Way to branch out, Toad. Great job.
Go ahead, Jen.
I did want to mention when Toad is leading Mario to the castle, I did appreciate the fact that Toad sped up like 100 miles per hour because that's exactly what they would do to you in the game. And it's like Toad would just be on speed all the time, and then you would have to try and catch up. And I love that they incorporated that into this movie. It was so good. That made me giggle too.
And Toad was always the character of the games that was kind of like your knowledge buddy, where he'd have all the information and he'd teach you how to do things, and you'd meet up with him and get the 411 and all that stuff. So he was so perfectly used in this way.
What if Toad was like a new character in Smash Bros? Like what would his moves be?
He's doing something with his little mushroom head for sure.
Like a down smash, a side smash.
Oh, he learns how to become poisonous.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. He throws like poisonous mushrooms at his enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like
Throws
he's
spores
shooting
all over the
fungus
place.
everywhere. It's like the mushroom version of Spider-Man, but it's fungus.
Fungus, yeah. He also makes like decoys of himself so he can plant mushrooms that look like him to trick you. Nintendo, get on it.
I know. I love you
Toad,
guys are
Toad
coming
for
up.
Smash Bros. 2024. Let's do it.
Does he get to fight with the stick? Because he had the walking stick.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Take it, Rafiki.
yeah.
I can see him using it.
That's funny.
let's see.
There was another thing that we had brought up that I kind of just want to dive into before we move too far past it.
Yeah.
Talking about Luigi, we brought Luigi up a few times. Like, how would you guys feel with us talking about sequels and extending the Nintendo's like movies and stuff, doing more of it? How do you guys feel about the sequel being more of a Luigi movie? Like, instead of this movie felt very much like Mario, right? Like Luigi takes kind of a backseat, and I thought Charlie Day was incredible when he was on screen. Like, he was so much fun, even as scared Luigi and like stepping up at the end. Like, he was great. I want more Luigi. And what a great opportunity to bring us Daisy, right? Like, we've got Peach. Let's get Daisy in. And it's an opportunity to see Luigi shine. Plus, we could make it the whole thing is freaking on a mansion, right? Or what's his thing? It's Luigi's Mansion. Like, I think at least it's a great story arc to start building from. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
So, are you saying that you don't think that Luigi should have been changed or written better?
They should have used him
in
more.
This movie, that he should just get
Yeah.
a sequel that just focuses more on him and Mario takes the backseat. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Yeah, I mean, Luigi was caught so fast. He wasn't really doing much. This whole movie it's following Mario. Mario's all excited about like, yeah, we got our first job. Okay, first day went bad. Dad's being on it sucks. Hey, here's my chance. Like, it's Luigi's tagging along. Mario, that's the guy we're following. So the second movie, just kind of swap it. We got to see Mario play out his like happy ending. Like, he's loving life. He's like, I saved New York. I saved Brooklyn. Like, I get to do everything that I love, and I get to come home with giant gold every day. So, yeah, I think make the second movie more of a focus of Luigi and telling something about him. Go ahead, Brian.
No, I completely agree. I mean, even earlier we were talking about just doing. He has this video game, Luigi's Mansion. Why not just, make that? But or like do both. Give us a Luigi's Mansion Halloween kind of themed movie. That way we can have a nice themed movie that we can come back to every year. And then maybe give us another one where it's like Mario and Luigi are going on an adventure to save Daisy, but Luigi's the hero. He's the one that's doing the work. He's the one that's going after it to rescue Daisy. But this also leads me to one of the head scratches that I wrote down that I kind of want to talk about is in terms of like storytelling or the way that they wanted to go with this. Why split the brothers up? Like, why couldn't we have had Mario and Luigi together, especially when you've got someone like Charlie Day, who's just pretty much batting 1,000 in this movie, and you basically put him on a massive back burner, and we don't really get a lot out of it. But I just didn't understand. It's like we're talking about Super Mario Bros. Movie, but we're really barely hanging out with the bros. We're only hanging out with Mario for a decent portion of it. And I just felt that it probably could have been a little better by just keeping them together. Go ahead, Matt.
I agree. I would love to have had them together because Luigi is great. But I think it was because they were focusing, one, I think they wanted to focus on Mario. And two, they may have been, from a story standpoint, trying to focus more on that whole thing that they kept bringing up where like the two of them were saying, if we're together, there's nothing we can't do. There's nothing can stop us if we're together. So how do you make it where they can't get through anything. You pull them apart. It's they're tightest together, so you separate them. You make them at their weakest, or what they perceive to be that.
Right.
So that, like, from a story standpoint, I can see why you would tear them apart. But I think you probably could have written a better story of them together. Stronger story, I should say. I think it was Jen.
No, it's Nick.
Nick, okay.
I like an example of a scene that I think, like, if they were to write the story to where Mario and Luigi are together most of the time, it doesn't have to be 100% of the time, but like 80%, versus the 20% that we got. Like, for example, Mario and Luigi could have both gone down that green pipe and then they enter the Mushroom Kingdom. Instead of Luigi getting lost, like, they go in together, and as they're being led by Toad to Peach's castle, let's say like a piranha plant bites Luigi, like is trying to eat Luigi. Now we have conflict of like, oh no, now the brothers are separated. Mario and Toad need to do something to help save Luigi, and then then there's a little battle, a little fight scene, with the piranha plant, and then Luigi gets rescued, and then somewhere along the way, like they're back together, and then somewhere along the way, then Mario, let's say he gets knocked out by a Monty mole, and then Luigi has to step in and do something. It's just they could have added a little bit more scenarios for Mario and Luigi to really do like the brotherly thing and be there for them the whole time, and like they would do anything for each other, throughout the whole story. And I just feel like they missed the mark on that. Like, they just really separated them for too long. Because we love when they get reunited, when they're back in New York and they're saving the city. Like, the way that they work together is amazing, and I just wish we had gotten a little bit more of that. Maybe not as intense as that, but just more of that sort of idea throughout the entire movie. So, yeah, go ahead, Jen.
I gotta disagree with you guys with having them together. I think, especially Nick, the way that you explain it, no disrespect, but I'm just seeing like Dora the Explorer movie. Like, it just like it's too it's too blah. I like the fact that they separated them, because plus then there's like actual purpose, because when the reason why Toad's even leading him to the castle is so he can get to Bowser to get to his brother. So like, had they been together, what would the story then be? Like, how would everything connect the way that it did? So the fact that they're separated, I mean, yeah, it makes it a little like, I don't know, underwhelming, I guess, that it is mostly Mario. Like, maybe they could have done it better, like keep them separated, but we get to see more of Luigi's side of things as well. And we'll get extend the movie a little bit. Don't just make it an hour and a half. But yeah, I think keeping them together would have been such a bore for me personally. I think that would have been way too K through 9. It's like, I can picture it's like, okay, now let's go down the red pipe. Which color is red? Like, that's how I would see that movie if they were together. So I do.
I'm the map.
Exactly.
First, you go to the Mushroom Kingdom. Then you go to the green pipe.
Can you spot the Mushroom Kingdom? But that's it.
Then you go to Donkey Kong Country. Get it? Mushroom Kingdom, green pipe, Donkey Kong Country.
Good job. No, I do like your idea of at least giving Luigi more screen time. Like if you could have some parallel storytelling where you cut to wherever Luigi is, which they did a couple times when he was in the Shadowlands, but I just maybe just at least give him more screen time, see what the conflicts and struggles he has to go through, because it really does feel like he literally got left in the dark. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Jen, a little bit. Like, I do think that would be a good compromise. Like, you could still keep them, like, have them separated so that the story stays as it is, but just give Luigi a little bit more love.
Yeah. Don't just ignore him. Like, I feel like he just gave up. Like, he's like, that little blue thing got to him, I think. Warped his mind.
Yeah. Go ahead,
well, that's one of my complaints too. Like, with his story, they didn't give us anything with it where they kind of create him to be somewhat of like somewhat cowardly, and he's caught immediately. He lands in the Shadowlands, he runs away from the bones, he gets inside the house, boom, he's caught. Like, that could have been another great opportunity to like drag out the chase, or at least give us some like, ooh, Luigi's mansion, not just he runs into a mansion with a flashlight. They could have given it to us. And I'm curious if we lost that because Jack Black was like, hey, I've got this song and it's gonna be a hit. Because I would almost argue it's runtime issues. I mean, this movie is only an hour and a half. Like, it's not that long. They get a lot done in it, but I mean, if you're going to make a rushed kind of argument, that's something you could say for the story because it all happens in an hour and a half.
That's a well-used 90 minutes.
Hell yeah, I absolutely agree. But if you'd tacked on 10 more minutes and it was majority Luigi footage, I think I'd be okay, and I would like this movie a lot more.
Totally.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
Well, you mentioned a scene that kind of led into one of my head scratchers, which really leads into more of an overall nitpick of the movie that I have. And that is, the soundtrack. I love so much of this movie. The soundtrack is just, and what I mean by that is the score. When we talk about the score, oh man, everything that they're doing, from saxophone use to piano use of like dun 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 dun, like just some old school jingles that really just hit hard. Donkey Kong stuff, all that, right? Then we have Brian's nitpick. And some of the needle drops that they're doing are not working for this movie. What are we thinking? Take
on me? Is that what you're about to say? Is
take on me?
Yes, I knew you were going to say
that. Into Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Who smoked too much weed on this decision? Like, come on. This song is just that just does not work. There are so many other songs. Like, if you want to do needle drops, there are other songs that we could have chosen. We'll go with the obvious one. It is beyond obvious. It's a little song called Welcome to the Jungle. It is like so on the nose, perfect for it, that you could get away with it, right? The other one is, I felt that there were some missing needle drops that could have been done, especially to give Luigi just a little bit of extra oomph. If he's being chased and things are coming out of the ground and we have dark, eerie setting and everything, how are we not dropping Thriller? It would have been absolutely perfect for that scene. Do 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 do. As he's as he's running from these. Come on. It's just, I'm sorry. The people really drop the ball when it comes to needle drops in this movie. What other notes did I have on this one? That's all I can think. Okay, so yeah, those are the ones that I actually decided to write about. But there like the I Need a Hero. Okay. I was all right with that one. I felt like once again we probably could have done different ones that probably would have made it a little bit more entertaining for the scene. But anyway, I really struggled with some of the needle drops of this movie. I think I saw Nick first, or was it Jen?
I think it was me, but I'll keep
Okay.
it short. So while I agree with you, I think that they could have used a different song for going to Donkey Kong's country.
They could use
Um,
720 different songs.
Well, specifically like when they're on like the ride or when they're moving really fast to get through. Um, I'm not mad at it because I really like that song and I was jamming out to it when it was being played. I like the song itself, so it was just like, oh, a great song with a great movie. Like I don't know, maybe I'm just easy to please in that sense, but
Well, I mean, you said you cried to this movie, so how much can I take you seriously on?
but like I agree. Like there are definitely better choices like, to fit the theme of the scene for sure. Like I agree with you on that, but like
I
I'm
would have
also
been
not
fine
mad
if you
about
just
it.
gave me monkey sound.
I'm sorry, you cut out what?
Oh, he froze.
I think he's
What?
Your connection's a little slow right now, Brian. You got stuck in a funny face.
Yeah.
Got it.
You're moving again though, so don't you worry.
Are we back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
no,
good.
I would have been fine if they did like monkey sounds or whatever. I mean, there are so many different options that could have been used. Highway to the Danger Zone would have been great if you want to go 80s, like at least give me something that's energetic and donkey related. I just don't understand how Take on Me actually made it like green lit and we're like, that's it, guys. We can't do better than this.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like a Guns N' Roses needle drop with Welcome to the Jungle, like that would have been sweet. Like that would have been good. Yeah.
What do you got, Jen?
So
Don't piss me off.
I liked it. I liked
Damn it.
it because, but how I viewed it, it just brought more of that nostalgia feeling for me. You know, like was it a great song? Could have been better, absolutely. But just like you're in the Donkey Kong, like where you're playing Mario Kart, you're seeing that land again, and it's like take me home, and it's just like you know it's a nostalgic feeling and maybe that's what they were trying to go for. They're trying to go for like memories and like this was like the Donkey Kong land,
No,
stretch.
big stretch. Laffy Taffy, bitch.
Wow. Oh, straight down, Laffy Taffy.
That's how I took it, so I'm keeping it.
Hey, it's your opinion. You are certainly entitled to it, and
I do yoga. I can stretch if I want.
I mean, am I alone when it comes to like just the needle drops of the movie? Am I alone in the fact that I just felt like a lot of them were just not working and opportunities were missed?
How'd you feel about the No Sleep to Brooklyn during the first job?
It made me giggle.
I mean, it's like, what are you trying to like spoon feed me here? It's like it's because they're in Brooklyn and they need to work and they're hustling hard, and I'm like, really? That's okay. Again, I don't know.
Maybe this is
Music, man. Who was it? Whoever was in charge of music, I think they just botched it.
Well, this is where we can see those directors only having one or two movies under their belt. Like,
It's possible.
There might be some things that need some fine tuning and polishing.
Yeah. Matt.
So from me with the music, it's not that I didn't enjoy some of it, but for me, I didn't like that they're doing the. You know how I was complaining about the Wilhelm scream? Now there's songs that have become like you just use these. It's like, okay, we have this moment, put this song in it. So like No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Okay, we're gonna have like this high intense moment. We're in New York City. What do we've got? Beastie Boys. Got it. Nailed it. We're gonna moving on. Okay. We've got a scene where it's a big fight scene. It's a big climax. What do we need? I need a hero. Boom. Got it. Drop that one. Like it's the same songs all the time in the same moment. And like, yeah, it works, but it's become so cliched now that I'm tired of hearing these songs. It's like it doesn't feel unique. It doesn't feel as unique anymore. It doesn't feel like a big moment like it used to. And that's my biggest problem. I like for Take on Me, it feel kind of like the wrong energy for Donkey Kong after after that intro of like okay, hop on. Like take on like this is a mood switch, but okay. Like I enjoyed it because it's beautiful and it was kind of fun and it was so I enjoyed it. But yeah, I think some of the music choices I'm tired of hearing the same songs, even if it's somebody else singing it. Like it's still the same song. I don't know if it was Jen or Brian.
It was Jen.
Jen.
It was me. I always am curious to know if I can ask, like, what was everyone's like favorite song, or like one that stuck out to them.
No,
For me, it was definitely when Thunderstruck came on. I thought that one was really well done. I like the pairing of like picking out the cart and then Thunderstruck.
Oh yeah,
I think it worked well.
Yeah, I didn't make that connect. Like I remember watching that scene, but not hearing the music.
Yeah, same. Because I'm having a hard time remembering it.
no, it's when they're making their vehicles and choosing it.
Yeah.
Or like the slot machine kind of thing.
Yeah.
Part. Okay, yeah.
For me, it's none of the needle drops. It's the overall score. The score was freaking killer. Anytime I heard where it was just music and no actual song, I'm like, whatever you're doing right now, it's working perfectly. Just the last thing about the music is I had a couple of questions and it was more from Matt. So I definitely get what you're saying when it comes to like some of the songs are like overplayed and everything, right? But I feel like there are some jingles that just work almost every time, right? And so you call it the lowest hanging fruit, but for the I Need a Hero scene,
yeah,
Gonna Fly Now.
Yeah.
I think that even would have worked better than the I Need a Hero one, right? And then the other thing I was thinking is for the intro, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna hate on Take on Me so much, like at least come to the table with some possibilities, right? Now, I already mentioned Welcome to the Jungle, but I think something maybe a little bit of like pulling from the 90s and maybe like go from like rap would work too. Like throw on some Still Dre. That I think that could be like do like right when we come into the jungle, it's like that's gonna work. Or I don't know. I just feel like there's definitely different opportunities that could have happened that probably would have just done way better. But like you were saying, Matt, it's we enter it and it's like we're going hard, and then we're jumping on this motorcycle and we're like, oh, we're going hard, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm like, take me out of this because this is not working. It's just no.
Different.
All right, that's it. That's all on the music. I swear I won't rant on it anymore. Go ahead, Nick.
This was just to answer Jen's question. I think my favorite though was towards the end when the brothers get the star, like the star power up, and there's like it's like a remaster, like a remake of like the song that plays when you get the superstar power up.
Yes,
it's just like that was like one of the 4 moments I also cried, was because of just hearing that music just makes me so nostalgic. But hearing it like with new instruments and new recording, like they did an excellent job. I kind of want to listen to it just by itself, like without all of the action going on. So I think on the next break I might look it up because I kind of want to hear it alone. Just like it's like if you watch the scene again with that music playing, like it'll give you like a different perspective.
Yeah, that intro is absolutely it's spot on. You can tell for sure. The reference.
Yeah, it's so good.
This is why I knocked the score down. I cannot stand Peach's sideburns. That's going on. It was the most irritating thing to me to have to stare at.
I don't even think I noticed.
A little.
Oh gosh, I hated it so much. Horrible. Horrible.
Quick thing, Nick, and it's all you.
No, go ahead.
This is the first time I ever noticed that her bangs were in the shape of a heart.
Yes, I was literally just about to say that. I never noticed. I was 29 years old when I learned that.
It's because Bowser pointed it out in a song.
Yes, it absolutely is. The first time I watched it, he said that. I was like, well, son of a bitch. This is the shape of a heart.
Well, here's the problem with that though, is that anytime you saw her in any video game, her hair was like so polygonal that like it had no like defined shapes to it. Like you can see that it's supposed to be a heart, but the graphics were just so terrible.
Yeah,
you can never make it out. Yeah, that's great.
I never paid attention to her bangs. I mean, like, I get she's a princess. I get that she's a princess, but you know, whatever. She's just pixels.
Yeah, it's just pixels. By the way, I actually had a fun fact that I forgot to mention earlier.
Ooh,
I know, I totally forgot. But apparently, it's true that Nintendo actually trademarked the phrase "It's on" like Donkey Kong.
Oh,
Like they did that recently, like in the last decade or so. Because a lot of like YouTubers and maybe like parody movie people or whatever would use that phrase, and now if you say that in like a YouTube video, you will get demonetized by Nintendo.
so why
saying it's on like Don.
Cool.
What?
So why are you saying it? We're never gonna make money off of this because you're.
I'll bleep it out. Don't worry. I'll censor it. It'll be like it's like donkey. It's like donkey. Donkey.
Donkey.
I have a
Donkey.
scene. Save us from this disaster that's happening.
Well, as Nick pointed out before we went on our break, or right after we went on our break, we really haven't dug into this movie, at least its beginnings. We've jumped around all over the place. So scenes, let's do it. Let's keep diving, man.
It's good Flickas.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm just saying, let's keep jumping. Let's keep
2024.
Let's go from one mushroom top to the next. Bounce.
There you go. It's Mario. You go from one world to the next. Like this is how it works.
Yep.
He's
All
on
right.
Coco, buddy.
I titled this one, and it's very obvious what the scene is. Rainbow Road still got it.
Yeah.
Solid.
Let's be real. The Rainbow Road stressed me the hell out when I played it because of the fact that it was in space and also no rails, and you would just fly off the thing, and it was like your most intense match. And I think they highlighted the Rainbow Road so well. I mean, we already talked about that they utilized the shortcut, which a lot of people knew about. Some people may not know that there's a shortcut in the game, but come on.
But I don't know. Have they fixed it to where you can't do it? Like, I know they've changed and expanded the map.
Maybe.
I'm curious.
I wonder if the shortcut on the beach is still there, where you got to jump through the cave and all that stuff. And anyway, but yeah, I just the Rainbow Road, the battle was great. I just really like this scene. I thought they did a great job with it. They had the green shells. They utilized the green shells. the ones that you can never aim. And they would ding, 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 ding. That's all it would be. But yeah, so that was great. My only nitpick on it is the major takedown of Mario in Donkey Kong is through the use of the blue shell. Now, this scene, it's got a lot of good, and then it also has you really messed up, guys. And it was like they take down the blue shell with I think it was like one of Donkey's missiles, right? His cannons.
Yeah.
Anyone? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, yeah, that's right. They turn around, they shoot him, right? Okay, so then he jumps up and he screams, "I'm the blue shell," and I'm like, yes, so good, because you can't take down the blue shell. No one could ever take down the blue shell, right? But what was the property of, or the rule of the blue shell when it comes to targets it's attacking?
It's
It
the
takes
person
away-
in first place.
What?
Person in first place.
Yeah.
But they weren't in first place.
But they weren't in first place. I'm like, no, you can't do that.
Wait, who was in first place?
Peach.
Mm-hmm.
Was it
Peach and
Peach?
Toad.
And yet they still got taken down by the blue shell. I mean, the entire road blew up, which was pretty impressive. And then, yeah, I'm like, come on, guys, it's the blue shell. You know it's the blue shell. You've already addressed that it's so he knows he's the blue shell. Can't be taken down second. That's my nitpick. That's my nitpick.
Why did you point that out and ruin it?
Okay, I'm gonna make a slight argument here.
There is no arguing this, but
Just
go
like
ahead.
it's not gonna negate anything, but it's just maybe worth mentioning because it does happen in the games. So in the games, when you use a blue shell, yes, it goes towards the person that's in first place. However, if the person that's in second place and third place are next to that first place person, the blue shell also hits the second and third place people that are nearby because it's like a big area explosion. So what if...
No.
And I know this is probably not true, but what if it was targeted towards Peach, but Mario and Donkey Kong just happened to like get within the range, but then Peach never got hit. So like that's why that debunks that. But
okay, I'm okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do here, Nick.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, if you wanted to try to make any kind of argument, it's that bullshit of where, and this didn't happen either, but it's where, the person who's in first place gets targeted and it's like, okay, blue shell is on them and the person in second place recognizes this and it's like, okay, it's too late for it to target me. Boom. Bullshit.
Or like they zoom ahead of them.
Yes. So like the blue shell, it's already locked on to that person that was in first place. Now they're in second place because the person in second place takes off past them and they get hit with the blue shell. Like that's how that could have gone down to where Peach survives this, but that also did not happen.
They were too close.
She was already in first place.
No.
Yeah, the blue shell only took like 2 seconds to get to them.
No,
they went against the cardinal rule of the blue shell. There is no defending this.
The only thing that saves it is love. They cannot attack Peach. They can't hurt Peach. If they hurt Peach and they go back to Bowser and like, yeah, I got angry. I blew up the Rainbow Bridge and she fell to her death to be eaten by a giant eel.
Listen, if the movie's so detailed enough to make it to where Peach, when she goes to land, can make her dress poof out and float the way she did in Super Mario Bros. 2, we shouldn't be missing up on the blue shell. That's all I have to say.
I'm just saying because of love, can never be a target.
Oh, Jesus.
So then she should have been. Her and Toad should have just been behind Mario and Donkey Kong.
Bingo.
They should have just done that then.
Bingo.
No, or he should have been a red shell. Because red shell, you can choose.
Yeah, but that's not as dramatic though. But I get it.
But it makes more sense.
It makes more sense. Yeah.
But overall, the scene itself, pretty cool Rainbow Road scene.
Yeah.
And they really extended it. They're like, we're out of road. And I was like, I remember first time watching, I'm like, oh, this is how we're gonna do it. And it's like I just knew it was coming. And then they fly off the ramp and boom, they're on the road and like basically they're still in Donkey Kong country. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a legit Rainbow Road scene, and they didn't disappoint on that.
Go ahead, Jen.
I do feel like when they were on the Rainbow Road, though, there was one part where it's almost like Rainbow Road had a bumper. Because, like, somebody was clearly about to go off the edge and they didn't. And it, like, bounced them back.
I didn't see that.
Well, it was here.
The Rainbow Road in 64, it has, like, the stars on the side. Like, that is the boundary. Like the bumper.
Oh, that's right. They did.
Yeah.
Not the whole road, though.
I think it was the whole road.
No, you 100% could fall off of it.
I think it depends on
if you were going up and then coming down, like you would kind of fly down and then you could steer yourself off the road if you weren't aiming in the right direction.
No, I have driven off Rainbow Road more times than I can count.
Rainbow Road
pull out
does
my
have
Switch. I'm gonna turn Mario Kart 64 on right now, and I'm gonna play it live, and I'm gonna prove it to you.
You have Mario Kart?
Yeah, my Switch has like all the Nintendo 64 classics.
Oh, I'm for sure coming over on my vacation.
Yeah, I have the Mario parties. I have Mario Tennis. I even have the Super Nintendo Mario Kart, like the old school Mario. Yeah.
Oh, Super
got 4
Nintendo
controllers.
Mario
You guys
Kart.
want to come over?
That's where it all started. That's where it all began. Super Nintendo Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I want to play.
Yeah.
All right. What else? NES construction. You guys want to talk about that?
Huh?
What?
I missed that.
NES construction.
I missed that.
NES construction.
Was that the thing that they ran through?
Yeah, that's my title for it.
I missed it. Oh, or you just mean that scene? That's not
Yes.
like I thought that was like the company or like that was like
Oh, that would have been a great company name.
Yeah, I thought you were saying like that they had that on like their little jumpsuits or
Oh, no. That was just my title for the scene. I just wanted to we talked about it a little bit, but
well then great title.
Thank you. No, this is when they're okay. So what was the premise of Mario the very first game? It was to stress you the F out with this little tiny thing like this big to get from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen in a timely fashion. You were always you were timed, right? I'm still haunted by the and I was like, oh, that's time running out. I'm done. And so they are once again they are rushing to get to their first plumbing job, but really it's a race against time. And they go and give us the classic NES view of what anyone who played this game would recognize almost immediately, where Mario and Luigi are running and jumping and running and jumping and just going from right or left to right on the screen. And then, of course, at the very end, Mario has to do this long jump to grab at the highest part of a flagpole and go all the way down. And they even drop the ending the ending song to it. This was perfection. I don't have anything else to say about it. It was, if the entire movie was like this, you probably could have gotten a 4.9 or a 5 out of 5 on me. But this particular part of the movie was just my childhood wrapped up in 30 seconds. It was just incredible. Go ahead.
I completely agree. I love that it's this one angle long shot too. That it's that perfect, that left right, like it's running. But
I love that
detail,
what you told us, where the layout is identical to the first level. That's details at its finest.
Oh, it's so great. But the little detail that I like that's not actually related to the game aspect of it is that you've got Mario who's running and doing all of this stuff like he typically would, and Luigi who's running and trailing behind because he's carrying all of the tools.
Yeah.
Like it's like, of course he's not the one who's running and bouncing, but like he's like, I've just got to run and keep up. But it's Mario's job to run ahead, open the gate, so he just keeps running forward.
Yeah.
Like it's perfect gameplay. I don't know what game it would be what level of Mario it would be if you were playing 2-player, but like somebody's got to push or carry something while the other one is running ahead and prepping everything. So it was really cool. I love that. I love that little detail too of like, it's Mario. Of course, it's Mario doing Mario, but Luigi, as always, is pulling his weight. I'm going to be fighting for Luigi for the entire night because I was always Luigi.
And I love towards how like the end of the level, I think it was called like Castle Burger or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yes, you put a castle at the end.
Yeah, every detail was spot on. They crushed it.
Yeah, that scene is perfect.
I have a nitpick for a scene.
Sure.
It's also a scene. It's when the brothers they see the news article or the news station talk about the fire hydrant that exploded and it's like flooding the city, and then they're like, yes, we could do this. This is our time to shine. But then like you have the detour of like they fall into the green pipe, and then that's when the whole Mushroom Kingdom side of the story starts. Who fixes the fire hydrant? Because when they come back into the real world, it's not flooded anymore. Like they never finished the job that they said that they wanted to do. Like, am I crazy for
Arms on the job?
I don't know. It's just like, did you guys think that they should have somehow incorporated, like when they came back into New York, that like they would have to fix this fire hydrant like they said they were going to, or I don't know. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, I'm so glad you brought this up. I mean, a couple of things. So number one, the only people that have assigned Mario and Luigi to this task is Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
like they're going on their secret mission to figure out the plumbing or the flood situation, right? But the other thing is, if you really unpack this, the only thing that they've accomplished is to make matters worse. They knew where the problem was, but they also broke the pressure valve, which probably made the flood even worse. And then they ended up going down the green pipe, and suddenly we're in Mario land, or Mushroom Kingdom and land and all that stuff. So I think you have a very valid question as to who fixed it. My only answer would be the great citizens of Brooklyn, New York, and their fine street repairs. But other than that, I don't have an answer for you.
Well, and to add to that too, like even their first job with the leaky faucet in the rich couple's house, like with the dog and everything, like trying to antagonize them because they broke their bone. But it's like that's another situation where they just made matters worse.
Right.
And then they escape the house, and then there's no like repercussions for them.
Yeah.
That they have to go back and fix it or whatever. And it's like they were not actually good plumbers. Like they didn't really do good good work with their job, you know.
Dude, that dog was relentless.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little irritated that the fact that like they start them out as these like plumbers, like that's how Mario and Luigi started out, but they fuck everything up. It's just, I don't know. Go ahead, Jen.
Well, to be fair, we don't know how long they were gone. It's never said.
No.
So it could have been like 10 years past. It's like, oh, they're gonna, like, I hope the flood is taken care of. You know? But there was the dog scenes, and you kind of brought it up. Like, how do we feel about that whole thing? Is it needed? First of all, I thought it was Doug. It looks just like Doug.
It did.
Like identical to Doug. And I mean, other than that, though, I mean, I just felt like this should go out the door. Like it was just, what's the point? I think they were just trying to fill in space.
No, I mean, I thought it was an okay scene. The dog, the dog was really funny. The dog was cracking me up. I mean, he's all happy, and his little bone gets stepped on, and it's like, game on. Like, game the fuck on. You want to break my bone? All right, we're gonna figure this one out. And then he gets him pinned in the bathroom. He comes in, he spits his bone on the floor like, bitches, remember me? Like, you're gonna take a look at your crime right now. And everything that's going on, him being stuck in the shower, all of a sudden the water just starts flooding in, and he's like, oh hell, I'm getting out of this bitch. And then he finally gets his attack, and they make him fly out the window.
I just love that he floats up. Like that's just so funny to me.
Yeah, it's like the amount of water that would be needed for that to happen in any actual, real life bathroom is we won't even try to break down that one. But yeah, anyway. No, I thought it wasn't like a waste or anything, and it I guess it like kind of, I don't know, I guess it helps the story a little bit in regards to kind of showing Mario and Luigi that they've got some of their own pipes that they need to work out or get fixed, I guess. I'm not sure, but
I think it was just more like an homage to them being plumbers. Like,
yeah,
that's how they started out. Whether they were good plumbers or not, we don't actually know.
Well, think about
plumbers in the Mushroom City.
Matt, do you have an answer?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, when you think about it, Mario has been quite a few things over the years. He's been a doctor, he's been a chef. So, I mean,
that's
like,
true, yeah.
It's never explicitly said that he actually is a good plumber. I mean, think about it. Everywhere he went, he here's some nuts. Problem solved. And then the problem got worse.
Right.
So maybe he's not a good plumber.
Is he just a ditz? Like, is he just a klutz? Is he?
I don't know. Like, maybe he's a better surgeon. I don't know.
He could do brain surgery, but he can't fix your leaky pipe. Yeah. I just like the idea that Mario, it just isn't a good plumber. Any job he does, he messes up.
So we're talking about Mario. I remember this. I got this long time ago, and I'm like, I'm just saving this on my phone. And so here it is. I have it pulled up. You can't see it, but that's Mario. And it says, "Don't be a racist. Be like Mario. He's an Italian plumber created by Japanese people who speaks English and looks like a Mexican and jumps like a black man and grabs coins like a Jew."
Talks like a black man?
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My God.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Hey, I don't even know.
Looks like a Mexican. Oh my God.
Oh man. Yep. Okay.
so Mario does a lot.
He does. He is the Barbie of Nintendo.
He is
Um,
nothing if not inclusive.
I got another scene for you guys.
Mhm.
I've called it Zero to Almost Hero.
Okay, yeah.
Is this the training?
Yeah. So I like the training. We already talked about the songs and everything, so I'm not going to go into that. But what I am going to go into is how nostalgic this scene felt for me. And the reason why is because I cannot tell you the amount of hours of my life that I lost trying to accomplish certain levels on these Mario games where nothing changed. Everything remained the same every single time, yet I kept failing at trying to accomplish this same damn thing. And that's exactly how he's like, oh, I'm gonna try this. Okay, I messed up. Let's try it again. Let's mess up. Let's try it. Let's I'm like, this is bringing me back. So I just thought I was like, I feel like any avid Mario player could definitely relate to that scene where course never changes, yet here you are on your 100th try, and you still can't get past this damn level that you're on.
I mean, he really should be lean and muscular with the amount of exercise he gets.
Or he should be dead with the amount of bruises.
A lot of lives, that Mario.
Pretty sure you can't.
Oh, we never
survive
saw
off
the
of
green mushroom. Huh.
Wait, what?
The
What,
green.
Brian?
We never saw the green mushroom in this one, the extra life.
Well, he never really died, so.
Nope.
Oh,
Go, Jen.
that's something fun to talk about. So I liked how they made like the, I don't know what is their world called?
The Mushroom Kingdom.
Is it Mushroom Kingdom and then Bowser's Castle?
Peach's
Super
Castle.
Mario World.
So the Mario World. So I
Yeah.
do like how, like, you know, in Mario World land, like he would get hit, but there would like it'd be like a game, and then when he got back into Brooklyn, he would hit and like he was bruised, and I thought it was super cool how they separated that. You know, it was like fairy tale, make believe land, and then back to reality. And he wasn't like that strong, you know. I think he kind of becomes anti-hero. Is that what he would be? Maybe in Brooklyn? I don't know. Maybe that's
Underdog.
underdog, I guess. Normal. He's just human.
Jen, I'm 100% with you. I wrote this down too. It was one of the things that I noticed and like, oh, I really like that. Like, because I mean, a normal man going up against a gorilla is not going to survive. And I mean, I'm talking based off of just Donkey Kong slapping him off the start. Like, blah, 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 blah. That's open hand slapping. No, dead. It stands no chance. So you're right. Like there's no way a normal human being, which he is, could do. But they established that there's different rules there, and you just kind of adapt to that. And I love that when he comes back to the real world, he's bruised. He's like, oh, like he's actually hurt. And it's like, yeah, like there's different consequences here, which is why it's so fascinating that they destroy a really good, like a really hefty part of Brooklyn by blowing up this hole, by blowing up this pipe. And it doesn't go away from what I can tell. Like they're still traveling there. Like that pipe has got to be messed up somewhere. Like, but either way, there's a lot of destruction that's going on, and they still get away with like, yes, we saved the city.
Well, that's the Marvel,
Yes.
you know, in them. Like, we saved the city, but like a third of it's destroyed now. So. Yeah, like you understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved actually seeing him bruised up. It's like seeing that different soon. Like that's really cool.
Can we talk about Bowser?
Let's.
Broken heart.
What I really like about his character is that, like, obviously we know that he wants to marry the princess. Like that's like we all know that that's his prerogative. But what I really like what they did is that he really shows his insecurities about it. Like I can't remember what scene exactly it was, but Mario does something for Peach, and then but Bowser's little assistant, I think his name is Kamek, the little wizard guy with the circle glasses and like the cone hat.
That
He
asshole.
he tells Bowser that Mario had just done something for Peach. Then Bowser goes, "Oh, was she impressed?" Or something like that. Like he was like wondering if Mario was doing better, like winning over Peach versus like Bowser winning over Peach. Like Bowser really shows his insecurities, and I think that that's hilarious to me. It happens more times throughout the movie, but
I've got a quote that's another good opportunity.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So it's when Bowser has Luigi and he's torturing him with like the mustache pull, and he's screaming at him, "Do princesses find him attractive?" They do if they have good taste. Like that entire delivery is so hilarious. It makes me crack up.
I wrote that same quote down. That is so funny.
So good, but you're right. Like he does. He shows his
find him attractive.
He shows his insecurities, but he's also like, "Don't make fun of me for it because I will make you pay."
Yeah, exactly. I can destroy your
yeah. When you can destroy an entire like castle and civilization
in one breath,
fire breath, you feel pretty confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows that like when you have a villain like Bowser who is this monstrous villain that can just destroy anything with his breath, like it also humanizes him a little bit to be like, you know what, villains do have feelings.
Yes, they do.
Right? I think they have too many. That's why they're crazy.
Well,
yeah.
So Nick, you brought up the wizard.
Oh, Kamek, yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah, I don't know how to spell it, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Kamek.
Okay. Once again, I felt that they did a great job with the portrayal of this character, because I don't know how much you guys remember, but that little wizard was one of my nightmares when playing these games. Mm-hmm. When he would show up and just cast his little spells, and they would like triangle, square, circle, and like
the
come
PlayStation,
at everything.
The PlayStation controller symbols, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But they would like, be spiraling, and you never knew where the little fucker would pop up, and he was just always the most pain in the ass bad guy in these games. And here he is, just fucking shit up for everybody as usual. He's like casting a spell. Oh, here. And I'm like, you are nightmarish even in this movie. So props to them for channeling little Brian frustration. I didn't even know that it was still there, but it's still there. Go ahead, Matt.
His name is Kamek, Kamek, voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson.
Super Mario World, right? That was his debut.
What was? Oh, I could not tell you.
on Super Nintendo?
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to say yes. Yeah, that's the
Probably
one when they
SNES.
had
Yeah.
you had like a level where you could jump on a fence, punch
Yeah.
things.
Super
Yeah.
Mario. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
okay, that one. Yep, it's Super Mario World. That's when that little
sounds right.
bastard was introduced to my life.
Been many years.
Yeah, big shout out to that guy, Kevin Michael Richardson, who the voice actor. He is a serious voice actor. I mean, like IMDb has him with 591 acting credits. And most of those, from what I've seen, are voice acting. But I know I've seen this guy in some other things before. But like, I mean, I've got 600 credits to scroll through, so I'm not gonna even try right now. But like, I know I've seen in like a lot of his roles and things. Like, it's recognizable voice with this guy. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I did write down his name, Kevin Michael Richardson. So I'm glad that I didn't know he was comic. Like I knew I recognized the voice actor, but I didn't know his character. So now that we're talking about him, glad I know. Never would have guessed from this guy. Never would have guessed it's that annoying little bastard. Like
They even got his sound effect perfect.
what's his sound? What sound?
It goes like, oh man, I can't do it off. I can hear it in my head all day long, but trying to voice this out is almost impossible. It goes like, but not like oing. It's more of like I can't. That is impossible. Nope, that's not it either.
What was that?
That's
trying to
not it
find
either.
it.
Do you
No,
guys
I'm-
know what sound effect I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You can, Jen, can you
It's
hear it
every
in your
time
head
he
too?
appears, right?
Yeah.
Yes, when he appears and disappears.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
I can't. Dude, try voicing that one.
Yeah, I don't know specifically what the sound is, but yeah.
You were close with that.
It's like a.
I'm gonna look it up.
Or something. It's like a weird noise.
Nope. Nope.
Here, wait, is this it? No, that's not it.
That's weird.
Voice sounds. Magic sound.
That's it.
No, that wasn't it.
There's a lot of voice clips. I don't know. Yeah.
Just watch the movie again, Nick.
Yeah. Well, so what I was gonna say about him is well, more to Matt. He plays like the voice actor. He plays kind of like the nasally evil genius kind of voice. Like, does that sound accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like does that actor do a lot of that type of voice work for a lot of characters?
So you really are going to make me dive into his stuff.
Well, because like I have heard it before. I'm trying to figure out where I've heard it before. But while you're doing that, we can
Simpsons,
bring up a new scene.
American.
Well,
Okay.
I have a nitpick while he researches.
So here's one that. Are you familiar with American Dad?
Vaguely, yeah.
If I say Principal Lewis, do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, I'm going to keep going. Go ahead, Prime.
All right, so my nitpick. Trying to just word this. I was a little disappointed that Yoshi was not part of this movie.
Well,
They tease it.
did you watch it to the very end?
I did, yes, but still. Just skip that and put Yoshi in the movie and give me a different ending. Like
Actually, Yoshi is in the movie.
Do not, if you, I swear,
I do
if you
see
give
them
me the
running.
example of a 3-second Yoshi Island that's walking around or running in the background, that does not work. No, like
That's what I
it
was
was
gonna say.
Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. They were the team. They were the team. They were the team in 3 and Super Mario World, and I'm pretty sure in 64. It's been a while since I played that one. I just why did we not get Yoshi? It was a nitpick. I missed Yoshi, and also we didn't ever get to see Mario in his cape. Those are just two big things that I feel should have happened somehow.
Okay, let that one go, bro.
No, that was an important part of the games.
Yeah, because
Why?
that cape was introduced early on.
That cape was legit, man.
Yeah,
You got flying. You could do that serious like nosedive bomb and then take out your opponents. Like that cape was no joke. Anyway, I wanted Yoshi. I wanted a cape. I didn't get either, and I'm nitpicking it.
I wanted Yoshi on a cape. Sorry, a cape on Yoshi. Well, okay. I thought of two things, but I'll say the first thing first. Do you think that they're hinting at a Yoshi movie for the sequel?
They're for a sequel's coming, and probably Yoshi will be in it.
Like as their sidekick, like the
Yes,
third.
exactly.
Sidekick
It's not going to
traveling
be
with
a
them.
solo I don't think they're going to go solo Yoshi, but they may.
A solo Yoshi movie. It's just like the whole time. Yeah.
Yoshi explores like Jurassic Park or something.
Oh my god! I just picture like a Jurassic Park movie, like with the way
like,
they are. They're just like little Yoshi.
It's got his little shoes on.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's so funny.
Anyway,
yeah.
I think sequel, and it'll be Mario, Luigi, Yoshi.
Yeah. So
or
but
Mario,
the second,
Yoshi, and what happens to Luigi, we don't know.
So to add to that, the second thing that I was going to mention was, well, two things with that. Like, if Wario and Waluigi were to be in this universe, like, for one, if they were in this movie, what would their role have been? Or if they are in the sequel, what should their role be? It's just kind of a hypothetical fun question.
Ooh, no, I got you.
Yeah.
Wario, and I don't know much about Waluigi. I forget, is he supposed to be like evil twin Luigi or something?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe not even have him, because I don't think anyone really cares about him. But at the very least, Wario is the actual villain of the movie. And they make it to where Bowser and Mario have to team up to take down Wario. Because that's how evil he's become.
Interesting. They form an alliance, basically.
Yeah. I
have no idea what the plot would be. Like, what the
I don't know. I'm not sure either, but that could be.
Or you could have where Mario, so like Bowser is still the villain, and then Mario meets Wario, and they have a beef with each other, like a constant, like they knock heads, like they can't get along,
right?
But then they eventually form an alliance to take down Bowser. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, it's funny that you mentioned like nobody cares about Waluigi, because in Smash Bros, Wario's in Smash Bros, but not Waluigi, and everybody wants Waluigi in Smash Bros. But they'll never get him. So, R.I.P.
And Wario was also had his own racetrack in Mario Kart.
Yeah, and he also has his own game, Wario World. Like,
Yeah.
which I loved. But yeah, Waluigi gets no love.
Nope.
Gets no love.
I was gonna say something. What was I just thinking? Damn
I know
it.
Jen, you had your hand up earlier, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say it because we talked about it a little bit. But I just have to say I was really underwhelmed with like the ending. Like true to form. Like when the movie I was like, no, I know that there's gonna be extra because when you finish the game, there's that extra scene. And I was like, I'll wait. So I waited, and then I saw like the first bit of like little Bowser still singing, and then he's just like in a cage. I was like, okay, that wasn't so bad. And then I waited, and then that was it. And I was like, damn, that was so.
Well, no, at the very end you get the Yoshi thing.
I know, and I just like, I don't know. I felt like I wanted more. I wanted more of an ending.
Okay.
Ending. I guess it would be the third ending.
Well, how would you have wanted it?
What were you looking for?
Yeah.
I don't know, but not that.
What do you want them
What do
all
you
sitting
want?
around like with a big friggin' anniversary cake or birthday cake like they normally did?
Yeah, like Peach makes Mario a cake.
Their carts, and they have third place, second place. Because all I ever played was Mario Kart.
You know, Brian, I think I really like your idea though. Is it ends with Peach making Mario a cake.
There you go.
There we go. And then Bowser is like all sad because
He doesn't get
Everyone's
to have
just so basically you're looking for the Fast and the Furious ending where they're all sitting down around the table as a family and
I guess I don't know. I want it. I don't know what it was, but I know it wasn't that.
So here's my head scratcher for you guys. We saw that Bowser is in a bird cage with a freaking piano. and is small as hell. I mean, what happens to him from there? Is that it? Is he Tweety Bird for life now?
Oh, maybe Wario rescues him.
Wario rescues him.
Because Wario would make like, was he like the doctor, the evil doctor, right?
Well, Wario's just like the fat
demented
version of Mario.
Yeah, but like, wasn't there in regular Nintendo like he was like an evil doctor, right?
Like Dr. Wario?
No, there was only Dr. Mario.
Oh, Dr. Mario.
That was with the pills.
Yeah.
And you were basically playing Tetris at that point.
Oh no, there is a Dr. Wario.
Yeah.
Which is Tetris.
That's Dr. Mario.
No, it's Wario. Dr. Wario. I'm looking at a picture right here.
When did
Google
they make
Dr.
this?
Wario.
I think it's in Dr. Mario. But I remember Wario as like an evil doctor. So that could work. He could be like, I have something that will make you big, but you have to be my slave.
Do you pick the red pill or the blue pill?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The red and yellow or the blue and red. I think those are the colors.
Yeah, there was red, yellow, blue, red.
Or was it blue green?
I think there was a white, blue, white, red.
Oh man, what were the colors? Red, yellow, blue, red.
Yellow, green?
Was there a green? I'm not seeing green. Orange. I'm seeing orange.
Orange.
No, I'm not.
There's a blue, yellow, yellow, red, and an orange, blue, or yellow, blue.
Yellow, blue. Wait, didn't you say
Yellow,
blue?
Yellow, blue.
Yellow, blue, yellow, red. That's it.
Oh, yellow, blue, yellow, red.
Yeah, there's only two.
There was two? I thought there was three.
Yeah, yellow, blue, yellow, red. Yeah, that's all I see.
I'm pulling this up.
Maybe they added more, but I'm not sure.
Dr. Mario. I remember this game.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe there was only 2.
Like originally, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other scenes.
Red, blue, yellow, blue.
Hmm.
Red, blue, yellow, blue. I think that was it. Oh, yellow, red. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Red, blue, blue, yellow, red.
Yeah, that sounds
Those were
right.
the 3.
Yeah. I have a character to talk about. What's everybody's thoughts on Princess Peach in terms of like not not being like the stereotypical princess in the high castle that needs to be saved from the villain, right? Like she's now like the queen of the mushroom, or the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. She essentially rules it by herself. And she is also the one training Mario in the whole training sequence. She changes out of her dress into like her, athletic uh, uniform, and like she's the one that's kind of leading Mario on this adventure, right? She's taking the lead and taking charge, which is very different from like most like princess stories of past time. So like, what are your guys' opinions on that like change of role for her? Go ahead, Matt.
I'm well, one, just I like that it's not often you see, the kind of cliche training montage switch where, it's the guy showing the girl how to do something, blah blah blah. And it's she's showing him how it's done. And she even checks his ego at the end of it, where he's like, "Yeah, nobody gets it the first time." He's like, "You got it right away, didn't you?" I got it right away. And so I like that she's kind of this badass that's ruling this country, but or kingdom, I guess. And that's what's so cool about it, is like they haven't really expanded on the politics of this world, but it seems like there's dispute. And I wrote this down. I'm curious if the toads are like hobbit folk, where they're not confrontational, because one of the things she says to Toad before they go off on the mission is like, "A Toad brave enough to join me? Well, I can't say no to that." So like, and nobody else goes with her, so they don't have an army. She tells the entire kingdom to evacuate when they're like, "Bowser's coming, get out of here."
Mhm.
So I wonder if she has to defend, like she's the one that's fighting everybody off. I mean, they trained her for a reason, right? So it's probably a lot of responsibility. But it's cool. It's cool seeing her kicking ass and doing stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Mario doesn't have to be the only badass. Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Jen.
Jen.
Um, I'm gonna try and word this so we don't hurt any feelings. So I mean, I'm a female. Okay, I get it. We're cool people, but I'm getting a little tired of the females playing the masculine roles in movies.
Okay.
And we need to stop demasculating men so much. Like, I get it, ladies, we were the meeker one, but whatever, stop trying to do what the man is made to do. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. All right. So we're currently 50-50. Brian, what's your take? And then I'll give my take. So you see where we match up.
I didn't really think of it. It's kind of it's kind of what I questioned in the very beginning of the show was where was this independent Peach in the games that I played? Because it just wasn't there. Like it was more of like a Mario help me, Mario help me, Bowser's got me, Mario help me, I'm in a cage. Like those are the things that I remember. Like I don't remember the Queen Independent, kicking ass, taking names and everything. Do I hate it? Not at all. Go for it. If they want Peach to be a badass, let her be a badass. I'm kind of indifferent on it, but yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm very similar with you, Brian. Like I don't care either way, really. Um, but I do think that with Jen, with your point, is that you don't want to go so far off one end, right? To where like she is still a princess, right? Like she still wears her dress and like she's still a princess, but then she can like switch to being like kind of like the warrior type. And so that's why I'm like both work for me. It's if they had made her character like totally just 100%, like masculine, then I'd be like, well, is she really a princess then? She would just be like a woman warrior type of character. Um, but yeah, I mean, like if this movie was just to where she was just like the princess that needed to be saved, I'd be like, oh man, like we've heard this story so many times, and so I like that they didn't just stick with that kind of like cliche, like they kind of did like a hybrid with it. Yeah, I guess I know it's like a controversial topic, so that's why I just wanted to see what your guys' thoughts were. Somebody say something.
Why? You know, I got in my notes.
I'm
Didn't like
looking
the
at my
dog.
notes. I think I've said everything minus quotes.
I mean, did we get to the ending? Like when they're back in New York? Like, was there anything that we didn't mention?
Well, you highlighted the star power stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And then like when Luigi comes in and the brothers are really working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel like
epic.
Bowser's fire would melt the shit out of whatever
Oh, the
Luigi
sewer
was
cap?
holding.
Like the sewer thing?
Yeah, but I let it slide.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't Luigi's hands like be on fire, like burning?
That too. It's like if it's not melting, it's certainly conducting heat,
Yeah.
and Luigi would be burned, third degree burn in about a matter of 2 seconds. Yeah, because
fair,
they're in
to
the
be
real
fair.
world again.
To be fair, they can't shoot fireballs, so their hands can be hot.
Oh, well.
There's that logic for you. the video game logic. Yeah.
I also love how it's kind of like we were talking earlier about how Mario is getting hit and he's actually getting bruised up and everything because now they're back in Brooklyn. But apparently Magic Kingdom stuff work, the powers work in Brooklyn because Peach is able to just shove a shrinking mushroom in Bowser and down he goes. So I'm like, oh, this is a little hybrid action going on here. The power ups and power downs work, but you can still get your ass kicked in real life. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
speaking of power ups, I did like the wedding scene between Bowser and Peach when she pulls out like the ice flower and
the ice flower, yeah.
Now she has the ice abilities and
strong move
freezes the like the death cages from going into the lava. Which the thing I love about that is the Lumily that's like, yay, we're going to our death, yay, and then it stops and starts to go up and it's like, oh. Yeah, that was a good twist.
What were people's feelings about King Bomb being
Oh, King
Dunzo?
Bob-omb?
Yeah,
What did he do?
he got blown the F up. They killed him.
I
I'm just wondering what people had serious emotions about this. So I'm kind of wondering where we were in this group.
I'm
Wait, what?
somewhat indifferent to it, but isn't it kind of like one of his? Isn't there like a mini game or something where his fuse is burning, and like you have to like run away or stop or do something? So it's like him doing that whole thing of like like freaking out. Like that's kind of a bit with him, or like it's part of the game.
Well,
Not
the game
sure.
that he's in is and he's the first boss in Super Mario 64, where he's like at the top of that mountain, and then you have to spin him around, and then you throw him.
Right.
Like that's where I really know him from. But he moves really slow, and he stomps and he stomps and he stomps. But he never actually blows up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think no matter what, no, he never died. But in this one, they're just like, oh, we're going for it. Light the fuse.
Oh man.
The other it was from Super Mario World. This little Oma, I was like, yes, they did. It's so quick, but I did not I didn't miss it. Do you remember? I don't know, it's the vessel that Bowser's in with the smiley face on it. Anyone remember this?
This is Smiley.
Oh yeah, it's like
The
the
flying
Oh,
it's
the bullet bill? You're talking about the bullet bill?
no. It's the flying it's like it's got the propeller. It's almost like a helicopter. And
Yes,
it's
yeah,
got
you
like
sat
this,
in it.
it almost
Like
has
it
like
was
a
like a
Joker
ball.
face on it, and he sat in it. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Did
I
you
don't know what that's
guys
called.
notice those in the movie?
I saw one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, there's you see one, and then there's a cutscene, and then you see like almost like an army of them. I'm like, I know that
Yeah,
one.
they're all like coming away
Yes,
from
I know
Bowser's
that
ship.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
thought
very
it was
like
cool that they
Avengers.
brought that one in there.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that called? I don't know what that's called. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm down to quotes. I've said all my notes,
Same.
but I'm happy to talk about anything that anyone wants to talk about.
What is the
I
meaning?
will say I really liked how they use the little what's it, Illumini, because like in that game you would see him and then you were like, "Oh, what's that?" And it did nothing.
I don't remember what game he was in.
I
Or she
don't
was
either.
in.
I don't either, but I know like I reckon I was like, this is the perfect character because there was. I want to say, was it the regular Nintendo? It might have been like the OG. But
No.
you would go up to it and you're like, oh, what's this? And it did nothing. And so I thought that's why they chose like the portrayal of this guy. It's like you're just this happy, like worthless thing.
Wait, what character are you talking about?
I was cracking up.
Alumni.
Oh, Luma Lee and
Illumily,
Luma
yeah.
Lee.
Yeah.
Luma Lee
Yeah,
is in Mario Galaxy.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes.
That's beyond me.
Yeah,
Far away.
Yeah. Which that game was on the Wii, so it was a little bit newer.
Got it. Okay.
And it would do nothing, right?
I think they were like just like side characters. They were like side characters that did nothing. Like they were just for the environment.
Okay, so they were just there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just remember you go and did nothing.
We could talk about Luma Lee if anyone has anything. It seemed like every time she said something, I found myself laughing out loud. And this character is just the most demented, just psychotic little blue star I've ever seen in my life.
But like, it's useless. I loved it. I love how they did that.
I love the
She's like-
sentence, the most demented little blue star.
Oh my God. She said I didn't write down all of her lines. So I did write down the only hope is the sweet relief of death. I'm like,
Yep.
I don't think I need to know any more about you. You
Yeah.
psychotic blue star.
Well, you know what? You know what though? She does say like when we're first introduced to her, she's like, "Oh, all you need is hope. Hope is the answer," or something like that. Or, like nothing
Yeah.
else.
You know, she had some deep thoughts. Something about like to the crazy, you're the or the sane are the crazy or something like that. little
That was a
reversal mirror action going on there.
That was a good line.
And you know, prison is bad and being no, I forgot what she was definitely on some things, but I felt bad for the prisoners to always have to hear her insights of things like that probably did not make prison easy.
It's like you're already trapped physically, but now you got to be trapped emotionally.
Mentally.
Like, by the
Yeah,
words,
exactly.
you know.
I thought it was hilarious watching the king penguin just losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's
And what did she say? Like, oh look, someone fresh meat for the grinder or something. Like, holy shit. I could watch a spinoff, an entire spinoff with Lumily. I would love to see the adventures of her.
Reminded me of Marshall the Shell, but like dark.
Right.
Yeah. I want like a 5-minute short, like a Nintendo short of just like Lumily in different scenarios, just saying stuff.
I would. Oh my God, put her in like the happiest scenarios ever,
Yeah.
and just let her run with comments.
Oh man.
It's like this little kid's like hugging her dog or something like, oh, that dog's gonna die in 10 seconds.
And then the car like runs over the dog in 10 seconds. She's like,
And then she's like, I know you're sad, but he's better off because he's not near you anymore.
Oh my god.
oh my god.
Oh, that would be
that's
so
funny.
entertaining.
Or like Lumily is like running for president, like doing like a debate, like just like in real life. Like,
Wow.
well, the country is doomed anyways. I'm gonna press the button to send the nuclear bomb. Yay! Like, it's just, oh, man.
Who would vote that child?
Anyway, yeah. So, Lumily, what a fun little character she is. So entertaining and just hilarious. Absolutely, that is one very funny character.
Yeah. It was like that character was written definitely more for the adults.
Yeah.
And like the teens and stuff. The kids just probably saw just like a cute little star. That's
Yeah, I can't think of a 5-year-old that's
like actually like comprehending what
if a 5-year-old is saying like that's my favorite character, might have some issues.
yeah, that's a problem.
Might want to get that checked to a doctor.
Relate to them so much, Papa.
She
They're
speaks
my
how I feel, Mama.
spirit.
Oh god.
You shouldn't eat that Nutella. It's gonna lead you to a heart attack. Like,
But I love the sugar.
anyway. I don't know if I really have much else. I think
I don't even have quotes. I'm done.
Like I'm trying to think if there's any scenes, but I can't think of any. I mean, we talked about the peaches scene. I get peaches,
I can't
peaches,
believe how
peaches,
popular
peaches,
that song
peaches.
got.
God, it's so catchy.
TikTok, man. TikTok.
Yeah, that's like perfect for TikTok.
That's why I'm saying that's why it's famous. TikTok. The amount of stupid TikTok videos.
The lyrics. I mean, do we even listen to the lyrics, everybody? Peach, you're so cool. Some deep shit right there, guys.
Hold on, I'm gonna look them up.
I will say your fun facts rap is probably more in depth as far as
I 100% agree.
Let me see. Oh, this one is for my one and only true love, Princess Peach. Peach, you're so cool, and with my star, we're gonna rule. Peach, understand, I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Oh, peaches, 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 peaches.
Yeah. So there's that.
Anyway. Yeah, I don't know.
Final thoughts and who won?
I've got 2 quotes real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
We hear, who's he? He's not important.
Oh, yeah, that toad. Yeah. Oh my god.
That
Might
was
use that 1 or 2 times in my life.
I still can't believe that was Keegan. Like I
know. It's
like,
tough.
I didn't know it was him. I had no idea.
did a great job.
that was Peach that said that though.
That was Toad that said that.
No.
No, Peach said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Peach.
you're right. You're right. Sorry.
And then the other one I wrote is pain is the best teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Bowser, man, he's gangster. I don't care what you say. That dude does not give 2 shits about things except for Peach. And I mean, if it's not Peach, he will. He's not. He's
He only cares about her if she cares about him.
Yeah.
exactly. He just, man, he like I say, he's gangster. He's definitely gangster.
What if we got Joe Pesci to play Bowser?
Oh no.
I don't. Can you see it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Joe Pesci. That's interesting.
Because they're both like short and kind of stout, like chunky men. Like, I don't
Oh
know.
my god. Dude. Is this how you cast movies?
That's how I
Do you know
gas
who
movies.
would be an interesting Bowser?
What?
Jack Nicholson.
Oh, see, I don't know him too well.
I can't hear it.
What about
I think I can hear it. I think I can. Yeah.
I can't hear it.
Joe Pesci. That I'm trying to listen to that. That's not working out too well.
Oh man. All right. Anything else?
Rose. I love you, Rose. You're so stupid. You're so stupid, Rose. No, I have no.
Where'd that come from?
But did we just need Titanic to be
Jen held up
mentioned?
her
Okay.
blanket.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
not
go
good
That's
for
so
Flickas.
random.
There
It's
there
not
was
good
a
Flickas
lull.
if we don't have Titanic.
There was a lull, and Jen held up her blanket, and I seized the day.
Got it. Okay. I thought you were trying to that was your way of saying maybe Leo was Bowser.
I have no suggestion for Bowser. I am trying to think of one, but no, I don't have one.
Danny DeVito as Bowser. I just want Danny DeVito to play everybody. Is that so wrong?
That's the buddy team up you want is Danny DeVito as Bowser and Charlie Day as Luigi.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman as Bowser.
Oh God.
It could be fun.
Or Danny DeVito as every character.
Nick Nolte.
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
Or Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi as Bowser.
No.
Oh man, I cannot.
It's funny.
Can't think of their name.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'm
Final
good.
thoughts. Who won the movie? Who wants to go first? Okay, I will. This is a fun movie. I've just kind of feel like we're waning on energy coming off of the holidays and everything, but this was a good chat. I really do enjoy this movie. It's a lot of fun, and there's so many Easter eggs. I think that's probably like the best part of like you can rewatch this thing. Don't even need the sound on. Excuse me, but just trying to find all the Easter eggs, trying to find all the little background things, all the little like the secret things they put in there. This movie is chock full of them, and it keeps it fun time and time again coming back to this thing. It's a decent enough story. I think that's why it's going to be rewatchable, and I'm looking forward to seeing them expand on this, because if they don't, they're idiots. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more. Who wins the movie? You know what? Because it's the one thing that just like it really did blow my mind as I was watching this time. It's the animation department. So the everything looked so good. The lighting was fantastic. The colors were spot on. It was bright. It looked magical. It looked like the fucking games were real. You know, like the details were incredible. And like I said, the textures, that was the most impressive thing to me, especially on Bowser. But I mean, all of them, everything had texture. It looked real. It looked detailed, and not to a fake degree. Like it just, you know what I mean? Like it all fit. It all fit, and it looked fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful animation.
I'll go next.
Your
All
princess
right.
on a castle.
It's gonna be quick. We've said everything. So
You said
yeah,
it.
I have no final thoughts. But who won the movie? Okay. Runner up is going to be animation. I agree. It's definitely worth noting. Just brilliant use of colors. It looked like Mario. The fonts, just everything about it. You just were like, "Yep, I am definitely watching a Mario movie." And as far as who wins it, I'm going to. This is more of a what, I guess, but it's the score. The use of how they used certain bits of either Super Mario World game or Mario 3 or Nintendo, Super Mario 64, whatever. When they were doing the score and how they were utilizing it to the scene, it was just perfectly done. I mean, even simple small examples like when Bowser's out of piano, he's like, "Come jam with me," and then dun dun dun. It's just like those small moments where I'm like, it was just too good. So major shout out to the score, not to the needle drops. I want to make that clear. We are shouting out the score. We are not shouting out needle drops.
I'm gonna edit it and like switch those words around.
I hate you.
The needle drops.
Shout out to the needle drops, not the score. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, final thoughts. This movie was honestly, it was a lot of fun for me. Thank you for picking it. I'm happy that it's in my life. I feel like it's a great, like, if ever I just want to throw back to my young self, I can put this movie on. And it makes it in a way where it's not, I don't know, I make up my own like world, you know. But what wins it for me definitely is Toad. I love that guy. He was so funny. And he's a true homie. He's like, that's my best friend after like 2 seconds of meeting, like
Yeah.
ride or die.
Yeah, he's a ride or die for sure.
Love Toad.
All right. Cool. Yeah, my final thoughts are it's a great movie. It's a ton of fun, and I can't believe it took them this long to really make it, but I'm glad they made it, and it looks amazing. And I don't really own any movies. The only movies I actually own are the Harry Potter series. But I've thought about actually buying this like hard copy on Blu-ray.
Wow.
Like it's like I don't like Matt and I are very different in our movie collections. I have 8 movies. Matt, you have 8,000 movies. But
Soon.
it's rare that I get to say that I will add this one to my collection physically.
Good choice.
Yeah.
There's a chance I'll probably add it to mine too.
Yeah. It's just.
Do you regret being under 4, cheeky?
No, not at all. It's not a 4 movie.
Good.
It's not a 4 movie.
What does with it for me? It has to be the Mario Kart scene. Just the whole thing. The Rainbow Road, the carts themselves, the shells, like just the racing. It was just so cool to see, and just to see Mario Kart really come to life. And I like that they used it in like a purposeful way, not just like, oh, we're gonna throw in the Mario Kart just to like appease the fans that we threw in Mario Kart. It like actually helps progress the story and the journey that they're on. So just it's a win-win. So yeah, just perfectly well done, except for the blue shell, which I didn't really realize until Brian mentioned it. But yes, I am on the Brian carts that the blue shells detail is false. So I tried to argue it. I tried.
No, that was a mess up. That was a big mess up on their end.
Yeah. But good catch though, because like I didn't. I've seen this twice, and I know everything about the blue shell, and I didn't even catch that.
You can't fool me. No, I've played 2 years of Mario Kart under this belt.
I know. It's just a good eye on that detail.
Fucking blue shell.
Fucking blue shell.
I wish they had the train scene.
I'm just like I for some reason when I'm driving in my car and somebody like cuts me off, I'm gonna be like, blue shell, and then just like just like fucking get out of my car, swirl up into like a blue ball, and just pew.
Please.
Nick, if you do that, I damn well better be in the car with you, because that is incredible.
Like one of us needs to do it to someone and see if they like get it, or just see them so confused. Like I want either reaction.
I'll do it. I'll do it as I'm going code 3 to a call.
Okay.
Blue shell.
Dude, totally. Like with your coworkers, right? I assume.
So funny.
Oh my god! I just shout it in real life. Blue shell.
That should for sure be a thing.
Ow!
Oh
shit, that's so funny.
One day I see that.
Oh man. I bet you guys in the Bay Area could use that a lot more often.
Oh, for sure. I could use it walking.
That would be a great use of it.
Oh my god, that's so
Taking
funny.
people out on the sidewalk. I love it.
And run.
A Mario Kart, but it's Mario Run, and it's just like
a
you're
full
racing.
sprint.
Yeah. Oh boy, that was funny.
Well, that wraps it up for Super Mario Brothers movie. Brian, I think that means that it's your pick next week, right? Do you have one ready?
Is and I don't know. Wednesday, Monday, we'll figure it out.
Unfortunately, our schedules are up in the air, and that's just life at the moment. But you are well on your way to having regularity and the dream job.
Yeah.
New year, same us.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, you have an airplane and you have an airplane and you have some bad guys.
On air.
On air.
I was gonna say, what do you get?
On air.
You get Con Air.
Right.
Con Air is streaming on Hulu.
On air. On
This might be on my list.
Nick Cage, Steve Buscemi.
Nick Cage. Oh, and then the other one, the
other one.
wow, don't draw a blank on his name. Yep, I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Don't do that.
Nick Cage and Crazy Dude. Who is Crazy Dude?
Steve Buscemi.
No, not him.
Okay.
Come on, Brian.
Like in real life or as a character?
The actor name.
I know who you're thinking of.
What's it start with?
First name?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Jay.
What?
Jay.
Jay?
Jay.
This is killing me.
Yeah. You want the first letter of his last name?
Sure.
M.
Oh, there we go. John Malkovich.
There, John Malkovich.
John Malkovich, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. His performance in this one.
Yeah. Another some other people to look forward to.
Oh, definitely. There's some bigger ones.
John
There's some names.
Cusack. Yeah, it's gonna be. We've got some names. Ooh,
Yep.
yes. Just seeing some more. Excellent. Con Air. All right.
Con Air.
All right. Streaming on
It's been,
Hulu.
it's been a minute since I've seen this one, but I definitely have seen it.
It's same. It's been a while too, but what an ending. I can tell you that. Yeah. So so tune in next week at some point. Check us out on Instagram. That will be the most up-to-date information on when we will be live. Sorry for the having schedule up in the air, folks, but stay with us. And you can always check out our older shows on YouTube at GoodFlickas. Sorry, I don't think I gave the handle for Instagram. Check us out on Instagram at good.flickas. And you can send us emails at goodflickas2020@gmail.com. Other than that, give us a like, give us a share, tell us you love us, and share us, share the love. Bring in the new year. Check us out next week for Con Air. Yeah. Obviously, outros are not smooth yet, but that's all right. It's day 1 of 2024. Brian, go ahead and close us out, my man.
Yeah. I mean, it's, new year 2024. Good Flickas. Don't even know our name right now.
Oh, the Flickas.
Good Flickas. We still here. We're still doing it. We appreciate you guys listen to us. We really hope you enjoyed this lovely little discussion about Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Bros. Had a lot of fun talking this one out. Anyone that's probably our age, I hope you guys got the same nostalgic feeling that we got watching this one, because they really targeted us nicely. I don't know how to end this one. This is a really, really tough one. Blue Shell. We'll see you next week.
Enough said. And that let it be done, blue shell.
You could have done like,
I
well,
thought you were gonna
let's go.
let's go. Yeah.
That's what I thought you would have went with.
Where are we going? And
We're going to bed.
You're questioning that, but blue shell.